Dean, it's always big news this time of year.
Always?
Every year.
Yeah, I guess the closer to like Christmas.
No. It has nothing to do with the birth of Christ. It's our friendship anniversary.
Oh, our friendship.
Yeah, well, it's this time every year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Friendiversary. Yeah, 8 years ago.
8 years. God.
Wow.
Damn. So, how long has the pod been going then?
What a mistake. Oh, sorry.
6. Yeah, probably 6.
Did you say mistake? Get Badfish out of here. Why is he even here then?
Yeah, get over Dorito boy. 8 years. Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
What'd you get him, Dean?
Yeah,
I got him this big old bag of nothing.
Wow.
Oh, I thought it
When
was
I hear
gonna-
big old bag, I think of something else. But.
I was thinking something else too.
You would.
Wow.
No, I didn't. I don't know.
Can you imagine if you guys could have a child? You'd have an 8-year-old child just running around between the two of you. That's so cute.
Well, I mean, you don't have a child the first year you meet somebody.
Well,
know.
I mean,
Ben,
are you talking
Ben.
something, Ben? Jesus Christ. Congratulations.
Good at target practice. Don't worry about it.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, yeah. How old is Vivi?
7.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so we'd have a Vivi almost.
Yeah, I remember before Vivi, before the whole
Yeah, BV.
yeah BV. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. Honestly, we posted it the other day. I was like, God damn, 8 years? It doesn't seem like it. It really doesn't.
Yeah. Wow. Anyways,
Way to go, bud. We did it.
yeah.
I'm impressed.
How long have we been friends, Ben?
Just under 3 years already. 2.5.
Wow.
Pretty crazy. Goes by fast.
What about Eddie? Eddie was 2020, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just started being friends with
Yeah.
Eddie, honestly, recently.
I'm still not friends with him. He won't stop messaging me. It's crazy.
I was just going to say, I'm not friends with Eddie.
Wow.
Oh. Mike's the newest one on board.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Mike's been our friend for a little over a year.
No, I think like 6 weeks.
Well, yeah. And then Badfish. When did Badfish come around?
I've been watching for a long time.
Oh, when I started watching was
No, when did you become our friend?
when I mean
3
when
days
I
ago.
actually started getting into the streams. Oh fuck, I would have to check. I think the first stream I joined was an
Small
After
Talk,
Dark or
no?
something, and then or maybe Ox PD.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I don't
wow,
know
okay.
to be honest, but I'd have to check the first stream that I was on. But maybe it was even Small Talk. But I think
I don't
though.
watch that, so.
He
Yeah,
was
I
the
know.
only one who watched Small Talk for the longest
For
time.
the longest time.
Might be the only one.
Me
that
and
watches it
Equan.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah, Badfish tried to get me the other day, but he got, bro. Come for the
Oh,
king, you
damn.
best not miss.
The one time you watched, what can you say?
Yes, don't let me forget, Mike. Anyways, let's we've diddle daddled long enough. Let's
live
light
this
this
whole time?
candle. Yeah, we've been live this. What do you think? I'm just
my
talking to you
God.
guys behind the scenes.
Yeah, you
only
were
talk when it's
whacking
live,
up in
Eddie.
front of the audience, dude.
That's what happens when you're late, Eddie. Here we go.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection. These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
Shall we lock in the artillery power?
This is the true form of floor gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Ben.
I'm Eddie.
Wow.
Badfish.
And I am not Marco.
Mick, what the hell was that? Do that again. What What is do that? What?
Sounded
me?
like Tweety
I didn't
Bird.
make the noise.
It's
He's
my
communicating.
it's my Star Trek TNG prop replica badge. It's a communicator, so you can I can get myself beamed up now. It's pretty
What a
cool.
nerd.
Stud.
It's pretty cool. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
do
it's
it
crazy.
occasionally throughout the show.
Me, Eddie, and Dean usually get beamed up all the time, but yeah, that's cool for you.
I've been beamed up.
Yeah, since day one, bro.
I got it for my Star Trek content for the Ben Thomas show. So whenever I'm doing a Star Trek segment, I could wear the badge. Although I pulled the pin off and now I don't know how to disconnect it, so it may be permanently affixed to the sweater now. We'll see how it goes.
Wow, that's such a bent. So you can't wash the sweater?
I can't even take it off at the moment. I'm worried I'm going to tear the sweater apart trying to get it off. I was like, you should have seen me trying to struggle over my chicken earlier when the camera was off. I finally just said, fuck it, and I'll just wear it on the show.
You're doing what?
So, here it is. I was well, yeah, it sounded worse than I thought. Struggling over my chicken. Okay? I had a
That's a
plate
tough
of
nut
chicken.
right there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't worry about it.
Wow.
And I'm eating chocolate nuts, if
What
anybody's
is
wondering.
happening right now?
Dark chocolate.
I don't.
Shows
this
off
is
the rails.
Sorry.
After dark.
Sorry, guys.
Anyways, we have a great show. We actually have a lot to talk about tonight, and I'll be honest, I feel like I'm on one today because boy, I don't got a lot of good things to say. But let's see. We have Toy Mafia, OG Fan, Trevor Weed, Darth Tamris, Draw the Line. Patreon chat was booming today, by the way. Universal Key, Jason Nelson, Mike, the Sit Scout Collector. Darth Tamara, Zach, are you ever going to put acrylic on the shelves? Absolutely not. I think that's a big waste of money, personally. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. Jason Nelson watching Small Talk from the beginning. Equan, 12-inch move stream. Goonin, bro. Dude, I love Goonin. Dean, we have a very special segment that we start off all of our best shows with.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. What did you get new this week? I have so much stuff this week. It's crazy. I'm just,
That's cool.
just
I was say, I didn't get a photo. One single photo. Just don't even show up next time.
I love trolling Zach. No, I didn't get anything. What about you guys?
Well, didn't you get the Superman, Dean?
God damn it.
I had to get you back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It's going to be your new Joker meme. It's like, that's just the thing now. Sorry, Charlie. Let's see. Eddie, what'd you get this week?
I got the Batman Forever Batmobile from McFarlane Toys. This released super fast because I think it was barely announced at SDCC last year, and I don't remember when it went up for pre-order, but I want to say it went up this year. No, it was announced for SDCC this year and went up this year. That's crazy. That it went up fast. But anyway, this is the light up version with the sound effects that comes with Alfred. It's pretty damn sick. I know there's a lot of controversy because the lights look green. It is green towards the middle as it expands out in the front and the back of the edge of the sides. It's more blue like it is in the movie, and the wheels are more blue. You could tell in the picture the wheels, like the edges of the light up area look more like the wheels, but in the picture it looks super green. And then in the middle, it's pretty green because I was watching, there's a really good breakdown of a guy that customized it on YouTube. I don't remember the dude's name, but just look up McFarlane Batmobile on YouTube and you'll find it. And he customized it and everything, and it looks sick. But it's because it looks green because they molded it in a green plastic, and the lights are on the edges, so it doesn't light all the way through to the middle, and that's why the middle looks more green. But it doesn't really bother me. I think it's sick. I don't really notice those accuracies. But after watching that dude's video on customizing it, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to try it. Just because these aren't super hard to take apart. You just unscrew the bottom and it's like a clamshell. It comes right off, and all the customizing he did to it doesn't seem too difficult for someone that's not used to customizing. So I'm tempted to do some stuff to make it more accurate to the movie, but I still like it a lot. And I have the glow in the dark one on order from Amazon, so that might be the one that I try customizing on. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It's sick. Alfred looks really good too. I think the likeness is really good on it. McFarlane hit or miss with the likenesses. The Alfred looks good. It's usually the Batflex that either are hit or miss. They don't look too good, but everything else I've been getting, the likenesses have been pretty good. So yeah, I'm excited. It's huge. With that wing on the back of it, it takes up. I have the 48 feet or the 48-inch long garage shelves, and it takes up half of it. So it's about like 24 to 26 inches long with that wing on the back. So it's pretty big. But it's
I had something
dope,
like
dude.
this when I was. I had something like this when I was a kid, Eddie, and like I fucking loved that car. I played with it all of the time, but I don't remember who made it back then or
I
anything.
think it was
along those lines.
Mattel.
Yeah, like this one I think is cooler, but that thing was cool.
It's
awesome pickup.
I've seen the. I remember having the boat, whatever the boat is called, and the bat, his version of the Batwing, or I remember having those, and I've seen them at like secondhand stores, so I might be tempted to pick them up. I'm pretty sure McFarlane will make them at some point, though.
Probably.
So I'll probably hold out, but yeah, it's pretty sick.
The Alfred looks good. I like him.
Alfred does look good.
Yeah, he's cool, dude. I was tempted for a while to pick up the Mattel one, because that one also looked pretty good, but now that I got this one, it's more in scale, and it looks better than the Mattel one. So
Decent.
yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank
Let's
you.
see,
Very nice.
what
That's awesome.
do we have here?
Ooh, this
Mike.
is nice.
Hey. Yeah, this is the 3-0 Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. It's an older figure, but I've got a really good deal on it on one of the Facebook groups. And yeah, these 3-0 figures are amazing. Obviously, they can't transform, so that's a pretty big asterisk for some people. But the look on this thing's just amazing. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, the LEDs work too, which was a little concerning. But yeah, I'm going down the Transformers train a little hard the last couple weeks. So I got a lot of bees. A lot of bees.
That's awesome.
Some
I
would
just
say
saw
so
this.
many bees.
I was on a plane, right? I was on a plane last week, and this movie was on the seat, like the plane seat. So I hadn't seen it in years, but what's her name? Not Haley Atwell. That's the other
Haley
one.
Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld. She's a cutie. My goodness.
She's all
But-
right.
Yeah, but how tall is this, Mike? Is this? Is this 12?
It's probably about 8 inches, so almost a Ben Thomas. But
Jesus Christ.
Oh my.
Oh, that's a tough nut
I
to
knew you were
swallow.
gonna go there. Jesus.
Wow.
I would have expected that from Marco. You are
I'm trying.
becoming him.
I'm trying.
God damn.
Yeah, just never come back and the transformation will be complete. Let's see here. Wow, you'll love to see it.
I got. Oh, I was gonna say I'll go last, but
Clear your throat.
I
first,
actually
and then
have
go
one. How dare you?
ahead. What did you get?
The Sabine and Chopper 2-pack, that the mural set.
Oh, nice. You have the ghost
this
coming?
is gonna be for the ghost, yeah.
Nice.
So this is the mural cards. So yeah, excited about that. They look good. Yeah.
I sure hope
Sorry,
we have a live unboxing of that ghost.
What was that? What the heck was that, Bedford?
These
What
are
is it
the
used for?
Sabine, Ren, and Chopper. The mural cards. They come with the special mural background because
Okay.
the ghost only came with the other
Not the whole crew.
3 characters. It didn't come with the whole crew. You had to buy these separately. And these were on pre-order. They're still in stock, at least as of yesterday they were. So if you still need them or want them, they're still available.
I apologize. I'm really dumb because I still don't know what they are for though. Like what do you do with them? Like is it like you
They're
make
action
your own
figures now.
back? No, but it's like a carded back. You just
yeah.
Yeah,
you make
you
a
can
carded
take
back.
them out
They're
of
on
the
a
card.
they're on a
but
special
these,
card for
yeah.
the. So with the
These ones you don't take out.
HasLab is like a GoFundMe Kickstarter. So
Hmm.
they only produce if it hits a certain number, and it sold, and I think it hit all their goals. But what was missing from the tiers was those 2 characters on that mural card. So on the last episode, the season finale or series finale rather, there was a mural that was painted by Sabine of all the characters. And
Yeah,
so
in the show, yeah.
it was kind of lame that like the main crew, and it was kind of lame that you could get those characters in regular card backs, but not in the mural card back. So he basically got like a special set to complete his future set of the.
They're basically a
the
display
ship.
set.
That makes
open,
sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes
and
sense.
if you remember,
Gotcha.
Mario used to have them on his wall tacked.
I couldn't see. I could only see kind of the card piece, so I wasn't seeing a figure on there. That's why I thought you were like constructing your own.
Oh
card
no,
back
it's a
almost.
2-pack. It's a 2-pack in a box. They just came with 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's the
Cool, cool,
classic
cool.
TVC cards. Yeah.
Wow.
They look nice. Hell yeah, nice
hell you doing?
artwork.
What are you doing, Dean? You're on fire. What's happening?
I'm lighting
Jesus.
incense.
Are you do? Can you do
you
anything
blessing
but the
your
show?
house?
I mean, you're drawing, you're
I'm not
texting, you're
drawing. What are you
vaping,
talking
you're
about?
lighting incense.
I want to.
Hey, Dean, wanna play Helldivers?
In my
Yeah, let's
safe
go.
space and enjoy myself.
Well, I was just
wanna
worried. I saw fire.
wanna
I didn't know
smell
if I
some
need to call the
frankincense and
911.
myrrh and
Well, that makes sense.
It's like a zen-like.
makes-
Oh, you don't do
what does that mean, sir?
Well, you know, certain people from certain parts of the world. It's a Judea type thing, I believe, from the Old Testament.
Oh my gosh.
Might be the New Testament, actually. I'm not sure. Technically, it's probably in the middle.
Well, you're a
Like
heathen,
old
so it
BC and AD.
doesn't surprise
Definitely
me
in the
that
middle,
you
yes.
wouldn't know exactly.
Well, I don't know how the Torah works, but anyways, I got
I
into this
wouldn't
week.
either.
Non-practicing, I see. I got boy, what a sketchy eBay pre-order. It was like order now and I will ship this in 3 weeks, and you know the guy shipped it, so good for him. But it's the Dungeons and Dragons Lego minifig set, and boy, honestly blown away. I almost wish that he's blessing his super. That's a great comment. That's a great comment. TK. Holy shit, that's pretty fucking funny.
Okay.
Oh my.
All right. Okay. Got it. I'm Dean Knight,
Got the
everybody.
influencer badge.
All right, sorry. Blown away by this because so a lot of Lego minifigures have the dual face where it's like, you know, if they have a hat, it'll be like an angry expression. Well, yeah, I have an angry expression right now because you're interrupting me. But it's male
For
female.
once, it's not me.
It's so you basically get 4 options for a lot of these, which is crazy.
A lot of people are like that.
Wait, it's
Jesus Christ,
it's happy, mad.
boy, and then
Male,
some of them
female?
have happy.
So
yeah,
they have
so
like 4 faces or 2
yeah,
heads?
so I believe the bard is my mouse showing up. The bard, the druid, the
Tiefling.
God, you're gonna thank you. The tiefling, the barbarian, and then the Githyanki. Those all have 2 heads, so male, female, and then each of those have an angry, happy. It's so cool, and like, look, these are I give Lego a lot of shit, and I think rightfully so. But boy, for $5, the love and attention that they put into this set, honestly, might be the deciding factor if I ever try to get the D&D set, because this is so cool. It's still too much money for the D&D set, but you know, Christmas is around the corner.
It was eBay only pre-order?
No, sorry. You can get these in the store, but they're blind box.
Oh
And,
yeah,
like,
that's what I
could
figured.
do like
Okay.
You could do a QR code where you can find out what's in the box, but you know,
Yeah.
then you still have to have all of them at the store that you're at, right? And I just don't have time to do that. And this price was literally retail, so it's like
5 each.
yeah,
$5.
yeah,
That's
5
pretty good.
each.
$5
Yeah. So
each is
what the
fair.
guy did was just to verify, because there are some reports that the QR system doesn't work. He basically opened all the boxes and then made sure you had a full set. But the little bags that they're in were sealed. So this is really cool. And there's I think 3 or 4 characters that I want to get duplicates of. I want to make a Zothis with the Strahd, and then I want to pick up another of this person, the Barbarian, and then another one of these. And so I'm going to make Dean's character with, God, Jesus Christ, with this one, and then take one of the heads and make a Barbarian for Mark's character. And then I want to try to work on Dean's other character. And then this will be my Zothis, changing some parts out. So very excited about that. And then maybe another Bard too, because he has elf ears, but I want a Bernard, and that's not Bernard's hair either. So this is really cool.
Hair.
Yeah, brown hair, and then maybe
They're easy. Yeah.
That one shouldn't be too difficult.
And you already have an Ozol, right?
I do actually. It's
nice.
Here, let me show you. Yeah, it's this set was super cool. I'm actually really excited to own them, and yeah, it was this model was
Hell yeah, dude.
even got his little staff, got little stars. So yeah, I fucking love D&D. It's my favorite thing ever.
Are you going to invest in like a D&D set, like a Lego set, like a little house, or maybe check down that castle?
Yeah, so the Lego set's $350, which is very much like in the realm of price that I usually buy myself for Christmas anyways. I think it's expensive, but the only thing is I think I would want to buy it new, because if you buy it new, I think it unlocks like a book that they send you. You can unlock it, but the book has been sold out for a while. But the book is basically like a one-shot that you can play with the castle. But people are selling just that book because it sold out so quickly for like almost the price of the set. And it's like, bro, if I'm buying this set, like I at least want to get also the book to go with it. So yeah, I'm excited. I really do want to get this set, but I don't know. We'll see.
Just search around locally. Because usually when the internet fails me, I'll just go to like Facebook Marketplace and like find the shit I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Because people on the internet be wild, and it's like you're already asking like double retail, and then I gotta pay all these fucking fees to Mercari or fucking eBay. Like, fuck you people.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I got this week. Let's see. Anyone else got anything new that wants to shout it out? No, Ben. There we go. There we go.
I
Let's
went
get
to.
Go ahead. Oh my god.
I was gonna say I went to Universal Studios this last week, and I got. This is like, so it's with the theme of the popcorn buckets and the cups. This is a sipper, so it's a cup, but it's from. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
How dare you? It's not 8 inches, but it's not this thin. God.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I stand corrected.
Let's all show each other our dicks after the show.
Oh my god.
This is the first time I went to Super Nintendo Brothers. Super
Nintendo
Mario
Brothers.
World. My bad. Super Mario World.
Yeah.
And I had to get this because this was like one of my favorite power-ups, so that was cool.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Was it as magical as it looks like on the internet?
It's pretty freaking cool, dude.
Ooh, actually, Eddie, your stories looked really fun on Instagram.
Yeah, it was fun. They have like mini games that you could play, and if you play all the mini games, you unlock another ride that you get to go on. And then the Mario Kart ride is actually pretty cool. It's literally like you're in Mario Kart. It's basically a Mario Kart, and then you have like these visor 3D glasses where you can use all the like what do they call the things in Mario Kart where you could like throw the shells at people and like dude, it was pretty fun, dude. So
that's awesome. I have one of those on my TV stand.
You at Mario Kart.
Well,
I don't know about that in Badfish. Challenge
just
accepted.
Speed up here, Badfish.
We all know Zach would lose. Come on, guys.
Wow,
bro, I'm like probably maybe the best.
I would
gamer
lose
here.
for sure.
Turn the game off. Zach would turn the game off for
Beast
sure.
Simulator, bro. Are you kidding me? I'd fly into
Dean,
you would fly into a spider web. Let's see here. So we're starting it off with the In Our Collectibles Superman unboxing. Now, look, I'm gonna be honest here, boys. In fact, let me get the exact verbiage, so I do not speak.
I think it's verbiage.
So I don't speak out of. Let's see here. What is the words that was used? Now, supposedly, allegedly, I will say. Now, this is a screenshot that I've seen here. Based on the latest feedback, we've cut any advanced batches to anyone. Any figures that are received are part of the normal customer batches now. There will be some reviewers in there, but they won't be getting in advance of customers that have paid in full already. That is the new NR policy. Now, I'll be honest, it's kind of weird that some of these people that were the first to get it were influential types. It's also kind of weird that some of them mentioned they had a review embargo on the figures that they got, and seems like they all posted it at the same time, or very close to the same time. And so, I mean, if you cannot call it an influencer badge, but it definitely still feels like an influencer badge. You know,
I mean, you're not wrong, but I will say it might also just seem like that because people who aren't putting up YouTube videos, you're not going to know, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. That's the
I will
only
say
argument
the only
you
people
could
that
you could have that argument. Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely. I will say this: the only people that, or rather, it's not like with this, right? Like when Hot Toys comes out, you know, you'll get that, you know, handful of people that post those really terrible photos, and then, you know, the next 2 days later, Justin will get it, and then, you know, it seems like a more organic release than, hey guys, I will post this when the review embargo lifts, and along with other people, you know what I'm saying? So we'll scrub through this real quick. I do think, I think it is becoming a problem though, because I think, you know, in the other show, you know, we kind of mentioned with another company, it's like, you know, you're showing us a lot of stuff, but you're not really finishing one thing before starting another. And I understand with companies like this, you have to. But with this, I think it's almost comical because there are still people that are waiting for their Batman figures. I think people just barely finished getting their Gandalf figures. And I just don't know that, you know, I guess they could say like, oh, well, you know, we're releasing our figures on time or close to on time. But I think within the community, I think the genuine sentiment is, I think people are just getting tired of this. I think they're getting frustrated. I think the comments go to show that. There's another bit of news regarding their 1/12 figures we'll show here shortly. And it's like, I think they're spreading themselves too thin. And I just don't know.
Is it longer than Hot Toys, though?
I would have to check. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but
I don't think it is.
At the same time,
definitely not 2 years.
There's people that are waiting 2 years for the Batman, for sure.
The Batman released 2 years ago?
The pre-order.
The pre-order was.
Yeah, but
it was 2023.
And influencers started getting their Batman like 6 months ago already. I'm still waiting on mine from Internet.
It still feels.
Yeah, there's people who have already gotten.
I don't influence.
Their Harry Potter and now the Superman, and people still don't have Batman.
Yeah. So now I will say it's just. Sorry, please go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's very staggered, and a lot of people are turned off by that. Like, wait, why do all these people already have 2 figures ahead of when I'm supposed to get my one thing?
I think it's also a bit harder, Eddie, because, you know, Hot Toys is releasing so much, and they have that system where they can, you know, have 30 pre-orders open.
That's fair.
And then still drop 3 or 4 figures a week. Whereas in art, it's like we're hyper focused on each single release, because it's like they're not, like Harry Potter was announced and then almost very quickly he's ready to go. But Superman, which was announced earlier, is barely coming out. But then, like Dean said, there's people that are 2 or 3 figures ahead. Now, just going back to the figure here, I didn't think this would be very elegant when they announced it. The whole like cape, and you open the cape or the suit rather, and port in the clear stand, I think is very well done. I have to say props are due. I actually really think that's a neat thing that they've done. I also really like, I don't remember if this was shown initially, but the base has this function where you can display it obviously with the magnetic stand, but whenever you want to add in that flight pole, rather than having a permanent hole in the base the entire time, you just take off this little plug, which I think is like a statue thing. I will say this figure seems to have a lot of accessories that I don't know. I mean, it's been a while that I've watched BVS, but like giving him the kryptonite spear, I don't think
he used it to kill Doomsday.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, did he? Oh shit, man! Hang on, I'm gonna give Mike a point because
my first point.
Where's the
give it to Marco?
Where's the homework clip?
Yeah, here we go. Well, I was doing my homework. I was watching another video. We'll talk about.
Do your homework.
Wow, I
will
heard
say
that in
though,
a while.
that's our first clip. It's literally number 1. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong, but I will say the reviews that I've seen. So I skimmed through Jetta's, I watched most of Justin's, and I also skimmed through a portion of Dean Knight's, and I think the general consensus is that the suit is probably a bit too thin, and I think there are some concerns about longevity. It seems like the reviewers, and I don't really understand either, but the wrist pegs are like silver rather than like a flesh tone.
I think they're metal.
Oh, are they metal? I thought they were just
I don't
like
think they're metal.
No,
I think
they're
they're
not
just
metal.
painted.
I think.
Oh, weird.
I think
They
they just
didn't think
painted the
about it.
entire undersuit that kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the body
To
is
begin
silver.
with.
So the
Yeah.
pegs are silver.
That's what
and
I
you can
was-
see
But
that
it doesn't make sense to do those wrist pegs.
You can see
Dean
that
Knight
chrome.
didn't mention any of that stuff on his review. He didn't mention the pegs. He didn't mention.
Yeah,
Dean
so
Knight, with
so
all due
he
respect,
was
he didn't
not
say
very
anything
critical.
negative. Yeah.
Yeah. His was the review I think I watched the least, and that's nothing against Dean Knight. It's just his reviews are more like, I won't say like
Long?
a movie style, but he does like
Yeah.
the long tracking shots with like a lot of. I don't really, to me, I can't really glean a lot from that. I will say as well, I think they integrated, credit where credit's due. I thought it was kind of silly, the rooted little patch in the front, but I think they integrated that really well. In Justin's review, I didn't realize it was rooted until he had pointed it out. So that's really well incorporated. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys thought about the initial batch of reviews and photos that we've seen.
Photos. I'm a little upset I didn't buy this. I've been wanting a Superman for a really long time. This figure looks really good.
And this is a photo from Justin's review,
Nice.
comparing the and then the Hot Toys.
I don't know which physique is more accurate. I feel like Henry
The
Cavill's
left.
fucking jacked. But
Yeah, but his shoulders aren't that pumpkin-y like that, though. I mean, he's big. Don't get me wrong, but those shoulders are weird. I had those Hot Toys figures, and they were weird.
okay. Yeah, I think the inner one looks fucking fantastic.
It looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I really, really like it.
I feel like the Harry Potter for me felt like a miss by art, but this I think gets it right back on track for me.
I feel like this is like kind of like almost like the underdog of the in art line. Like
Yeah.
the Joker, people have been begging for
The
like,
Joker, baby.
I mean, I feel like people will buy a fucking Joker no matter what. So like that coming out, people were super hyped. Then the Gandalf, it's like, thank God, finally a Gandalf that's worth, having in the collection with the rooted hair, and it's beautiful. And then, well, I guess the It was more of an underdog, but it came and went. The Harry Potter also was so kind of different that people were like, oh my God, this is kind of cool. And then that whole line kind of exploded. But the Superman, it was kind of like, I guess, whatever, Superman, like, let's move on to the next thing. But now that it's out, it's like, oh shit, like, this is actually really fucking cool. At least for
might
me.
be one of their better releases, in my opinion.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I think also, Dean, to your point, this was the one where I think they went out and said that they couldn't do an all rooted sculpt because of the styling of the hair. I think that kind of turned people off. Ben, what do you think about this? So we have, a direct comparison to something out there. We have a not influencer batch that seems like a lot of people might be influenced. But what do you think about this?
Yeah, it's interesting. I disagree with you guys on this one, to be fully honest. And I hate to be in that camp, but
You're blind.
I like everything about this figure from the neck down. When I look at the face, I don't see the same likeness that everybody else sees. I don't see it. I think the angry face is a little bit more. I do see it there. The neutral expression, I don't know. It's lost for me a little bit, which is really strange. And so I think it's a great figure. I love the accessories that it comes with. I think the body does look more accurate than the Hot Toys. I do think he was too bulky in the shoulders, like Mike said, but for me, I buy figures based on their likeness. And when I close my eyes and think about Henry Cavill in the outfit, the Hot Toys one for me still actually gets it better. And I like InArt. I'm excited for my Batman and everything. I thought they did a better job on Pattinson, but for this one, I don't see it the same way everybody else seems to. So
yeah,
it's a pass. This is a pass for me. I skipped it when it came up for pre-order. I didn't see it then, and I don't see it now.
It's all the
DJ does agree, and I will say, for what it's worth, there was a subset of collectors that had presented, excuse me, some polished feedback to InArt about the changes that they would like to see. This was not your best friend Ben, nor mine, but there was a few people, and I think those people were really disappointed in the final release. They felt like a lot of what they had presented to InArt did not precipitate, did not come to pass. Yeah, I mean, I've certainly seen people as well say that they weren't happy with it. Mike, what are we thinking here?
Yeah, so I had the Hot Toys versions. I sold them with anticipation to get this figure. When it came up for pre-order, there was a lot of other pre-orders going on, so I kind of held off. And then I kind of messed around and forgot about it, and I missed the boat. So if anybody has an order that they want to get rid of, hit me up because I want this thing really bad. It is not perfect, but I think it's far and away better than the Hot Toys. I do think the Angry sculpt is probably more accurate than the neutral one, but I think the neutral one is still so much better, better than the Hot Toys. In fact, I had bought a third-party head sculpt for my Hot Toys one because I wasn't happy with it. There's, like I said, it's not perfect. Some of the things that I saw the chats that pointed out were dead on. Kind of the shape of the collar's off. The symbol might be too small. To me, the biggest thing, and it's kind of hard to see, but I guess I'm nitpicking, but he kind of has the glyphs on his arms. They're in the wrong spot. I mean, they're completely wrong. So that's kind of a big one. The belt shape's a little off, stuff like that. But they got a number of things better too. I think the proportions are better. The boots are way better. They don't bunch up on the ankle joint. They come up to the right height. So I think it looks amazing. There are some things that I guess I kind of scratched my head at. There's no LED in the spear, which I think was a miss. That lighting up, I think would have had a little better effect. I'm curious about the flight pole, even though I think what they're going for will work. You're limited in the fact that because you don't have that flight pole like Hot Toys that you can bend, you can't do much with action poses if he's flying, right? He's pretty much just straight up and down. You can't bend that thing. You can't get much rotation out of it. So you are kind of limited if that's something you want to do.
Good point.
I think the suit is probably very accurate or very similar to the Hot Toys one. At least on the Justice League one, which I had last from what I remember, was very thin too. And I think the whole point of that was so that you get that reflection coming through off the bodysuit. But yeah, and there's no die cast in the spear or the gas grenade too, which was kind of surprising because I assumed InArt was going to make all those kind of little gadgets die cast. So that was kind of a shock. But it is one of the cheaper priced ones of the bunch too, right? So, and I think to you guys' point about like the excitement, if I remember correctly, I think they announced this like shortly after the whole DC Warner Brothers Cavill debacle, right? So there was a lot of talk of, hey, should we even make this because he's not Superman anymore and all that. So I wonder if that kind of killed some of the hype, maybe less orders, and that's why it's going to come out faster.
Wow, that's all fucking good points, Mike. Holy shit,
it's a lot of dingles.
Honestly, I love Superman. Wow. I was happy to be here tonight just to talk about Superman. So
I was chomping at the bit. Badfish, what do we think here?
I was gonna say, it's just me or does no one else see Superman anymore?
Yeah, hang on, Jesus Christ.
I'm just making sure. Influencer batch. We know Mike was influenced by this, so I mean, poor guy was.
I was getting it regardless.
He was going hard in the chat today, but
yeah.
But yeah, I do think though there's nobody can really get this anymore. Well, there's not that you can't get it. Sorry, it's not available for pre-order at any reputable sites as far as I know. Like it was at Pop Culture and everything that's gone there now, unfortunately.
It was there yesterday, Badfish, and I didn't.
Really?
And it's gone
Wow.
today. Yeah.
Then it might pop up again, but they usually, when they delete the page I think is gone. I don't know. This looks really good. I do agree the proportions look a lot better. I think he's too bulky on the right. I never would have probably said that before. I'm not a Superman connoisseur. I don't even know if I finished. I've definitely finished Man of Steel, but it was so long ago I couldn't tell you what happened in it. And then I haven't seen Batman vs Superman. So yeah, that's on the list.
How dare you?
Wow.
But for some reason I just never saw it. I've seen Aquaman and I've seen Wonder Woman and like I've seen like the most random spattering from that Justice League, and then I haven't actually seen the Snyder cut because it's like too long to commit to right now if I haven't seen all the other movies. But
Yeah.
it looks good. Yeah, obviously with my fandom, it's not coming home. I'm just not a big Superman person. I just always kind of thought he's so powerful. I don't know it would be. I don't find him as interesting. So Spider-Man always appealed to me more for that. He was more down to earth, I guess. But yeah, it looks great though. But it looks great though. So, and as Mike said, I was shocked by the price when this first came out. Pre-order was pretty reasonable considering. So, yeah. Sorry to offend everyone.
Just me.
So as far as the influencer batch thing, I will never understand why people cry about that stuff. Just, you're gonna get yours eventually. Stop being so impatient. Stop watching the damn reviews then, because that's
Your
why they
children
get
may be
them.
the ones to get it, but eventually.
They get them because you're watching their reviews. So I don't get that shit. Like, stop crying. And then also the Hot Toys one looks like dog shit next to this. Sorry, Ben. It looks horrible. The likeness is shit. I don't know what to tell you. You're
I've got the
blind.
black suited Superman right behind me. And I'm like,
I
that
had
looks
the
like Henry
black-suited one
Cavill
too.
way
No, it
more
doesn't.
I had
than
it
that
too.
guy on the left. I
looks
think it
like,
does.
looks
I do.
like dog shit.
I do. I just pulled up a screenshot if you want
Canadian
to look at
Superman.
it, Zach.
I
let Eddie have his take.
I prefer Dean Knight's reviews when he does them. He doesn't review everything. I like Justin's reviews, but for me, the all-white background and the lighting blows out the figure, and I think that Dean Knight showcases figures better. And usually, he goes into more detail. I will say, his review did not go into super detail on the suit, so if Mike is saying some of that stuff is inaccurate, like, I wouldn't be able to tell. I'd have to look at pictures, but to me, it looks pretty damn good. I think that if you compare it to the Hot Toy one, like, the Hot Toy's broader, so the symbol is broader, just the overall proportions, I feel like if you take the symbol versus the proportions on the in-art, it's the same size proportion-wise as the Hot Toy is to its body. It's just the body's overblown, so the symbol looks bigger because that's the way they do their torsos. I will never think... After I saw in-arts, and I think this was the same thing with the Batman, the proportions on the in-art Batman is just way better than the Hot Toy one. Hot Toys is getting better, but they are not good at torsos. They always look like a brick, and yeah, I don't want to sound like someone who hates Hot Toys because I don't. I love Hot Toys still, but in-art just does better proportions on their bodies.
Like a
they look
brick.
better.
That's like a brick.
Someone said the Hot Toy Superman is built like a gorilla, and I haven't been able to unsee it.
It's crazy to me that people like have such negative things to say about this release because I think it is perfect. Like, everybody keeps saying it's not I think the likeness is perfect. I think the suit looks perfect. I think the cape is perfect. I love the stand. Like, everybody's Mike said it doesn't bend. Those Hot Toy stands are ugly as shit. And, like, you can't hide them if you're going to get him in, like, a forward flying pose. So, like, do I care that much about it? Not really. And, yeah, I don't want the clamp because you can't use it. Otherwise, you're going to damage it. So, like, I don't get why people are complaining about the zipper. I don't get why people cry about the things they cry about, dude. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're like Marco and you want magnetic floating Superman in your collection.
Yeah, that's.
Hey,
Like
I agree with Marco on that. If and when he listens to this replay,
He doesn't listen.
I agree with that.
Like, in a perfect world, yeah, that would be fucking cool, but it's just not going to happen.
Can you flip back and forth for me, Zach, just a little bit?
We don't
Just
trust
flip
their
it back.
magnets to hold them on the ground. You want to hold them flying?
Oh my God, Michael's on fire.
I was,
that's another point from Mike. That's too good.
I mean, this shot right here, left versus right, I think the Hot Toys one looks a little bit more like Henry Cavill in the face. Now, that's not saying that the NR one doesn't. Like, I think it also looks like Henry Cavill, but I'm a little more leaning to the Hot Toys one here. Like, if you had the Hot Toys one, I don't think you need to run out and, like, sell all your shit just to own this. I think the Hot Toys one serves its purpose. It looks really good. I like it.
Another
In fact,
benefit.
I don't
to
like
that,
the flesh tone.
I
It's
really
so tan.
It's a little bit more red. Yeah,
He's
it's
dark,
definitely different.
He's gray. He's fucking dark as shit.
Another
I'm
benefit to
hoping-
that is he looks
I
different
heard they used,
in every
like,
movie.
Wesley Snipes playing Superman.
Yeah, that's true. You're
I
not
heard
wrong.
they used like an
Hey,
eyedropper and got his skin tone right from it.
That's
There's
what I
no way.
do.
That
People
was a
made
shout
fun
out
of
to
me
you.
because I drew a picture of Zach and
That
said
was a
I
shout
drew
out for
too
you, yeah.
brown.
The last thing I'll say with the
I think it was a
likeness
bit brown, but
I literally used the eyedropper on your skin tone.
yeah, but I could be in any light. I mean,
Well, that's what I did. I didn't pick the super harsh lighting. I didn't pick the harsh shadow. I picked the mid.
yeah, but I'm talking about you got to do
Zach,
like a
I hate to break it
comparative
to you, bro.
analysis.
You're brown.
We need.
Well, I'm
we need
brown,
a-
but I'm like a
are,
tan.
You're-
we need a
You're
what
not
is it?
tan.
The side by side comparison that the one guy does
Bro, that's
with your
like,
picture and Zach's face.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm hoping to pick up the Hot Toys one.
Dirt sheet, baby.
Hell yeah, dude!
We
Bars
could be able
Market.
to, yeah.
Which one, Dean? The
The
BVS or
BVS.
the
I think
Justice
Marco
League?
said he was going to sell me his BVS because he's getting the NR one. So
Well, if he ever makes it back
in 2 years, when he gets the Superman, I'll have one. So
Wow.
Wow.
I think we touched them all on this one. Another in our news, they're not backed up by the current amount of work they have. They're now introducing a brand new 1/12 scale company called Morphig, which I think one of my most amazing YouTube comments ever. I said, "Can you ship Morphig?" But it's a perfect blend of craftsmanship, playability, and display appeal. Launching soon at the Shanghai WF this year, we'll be showcasing our stunning 1/12 collectible figures.
Wonderfest.
And look, thank you, Wonderfest. I say this all the time to people starting a brand. The worst thing you could do is just immediately go start another brand, and they're not heeding the advice. But now they have a Facebook official Morphig, Instagram Morphig official, and a YouTube Morphig official. So. I didn't. Apparently, Jetta's. I skimmed Jetta's review, but apparently his suit had a tear in it. It was near the crotch because I've seen that image pop up quite a bit today. It was like a divot.
He ripped
in the
his
suit.
pants?
I think so.
I know I shouldn't cry and I shouldn't cry.
Morphig reminds me of like figure arts. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean?
I don't like the name at all. It's
Morphig?
like
I
think
thought
morbid. I just keep thinking
Mighty
morbid.
I thought my Facebook changed languages. I was like, what the hell
That's
is
what
this?
happens when you,
Hola, ¿cómo
you turn
estás?
into a werewolf. I'm Morphig.
I'm gonna nut.
Flee from here. Yeah, we saw their at SDCC. They were showing off their 1/12 line. They had a bunch of Batmans.
Yeah.
They looked great. Objectively, they looked fucking like cool figures. They had the Bruce Lee. They had the Dark Knight Batman. They had the Arkham Games Batman. I think they have one more. They look really good. But I mean, what's that price point going to look like in 1/12? Is it really worth it for another $100? You just get a 6 scale figure. That's kind of why I stopped buying import figures. It's like, bro, for this price, I could get much more figure elsewhere. I don't know what their prices look like, but you know, just ballpark guessing what InArt's going to be charging for these things, I don't know.
It's tough because you have the McFarlane market. Let's just say for DC, you have the McFarlane market at $20. You have Figure Arts like $60 to $100. Does Mofex? Oh, they do DC. They have Mofex is about $109 for their DC starting point.
10 of them.
Fuck if I know, bro. I don't remember what I did yesterday. And then you're right. Like, is it going to be $250? Like half of their 1.6 or $200? Don't know that there's the market for that, but
I thought the word out
and then
of
Mezco's about $99 a figure as well.
Is it world? Have they said if they're worldwide or?
Nope.
No?
We'll
So,
find
I
out.
guess it
You
will
got to
depend
subscribe
on
to
the
Official
license, right?
Morphig to learn this.
Oh.
Yeah, because
I don't
Mofex
know.
is already 120-ish a figure, I think. Like you said, Mezco, depending on the figure, 100 to 150-ish.
Yeah. And I've seen this comment a few times that they had already said the company was going to be called Stone Rose, so I don't know if there was some issue getting that copyright or, those social media stuffs, but I don't know. Let's move on because we're about
Stone Row would have made more sense because they fucking grade their 6-scale line in terms of fucking precious minerals.
That?
Do they still do that? I forgot.
This is a stretch, I feel.
So, Jazz Inc. showed more photos of the 1989 static Batman.
Of a no fig.
No fig. They're targeting a price point of $175. I don't think this has gone up for pre-order yet, and I also don't know if this is an official. It was a bit confusing because it has all the branding, but they mentioned that the face is still in production, and then also in the retail release it'll have a half cape. And I will be honest, I just don't think it looks very good. Especially for something that's purpose built to be a static display. First off, I think it's a great idea, right? Because I think, especially if it fits well in the Hot Toys, which, you're opening yourself up to that whole market of your competitor. It's going to prevent people from damaging their figures for the Batwing and then also for the Batmobile. But I think there's something really off about it. And I don't know if it's the finish in terms of like the gloss versus satin versus matte. It seems very matte. I don't know if that's it. Or to me, the thing that really stuck out is what Action Figure Academy is saying is the stiffness. It looks, and it obviously it's a statue essentially. It just doesn't look natural. And then I would go so far to say is it looks underscaled. And obviously, if you're targeting sort of a middle ground between the Hot Toys version and the Jazz Inc., which I speculate, but I believe that's one of the points of this. If we know that the Jazz Inc. is bigger, and I believe this here, I can't imagine it would be the Hot Toys version, but the official one is a die-cast wheel. At any rate, it seems too short for their own vehicle if this is the Jazz Inc. one. When I mentioned this, might have been before we went live, but I rewatched the scene because his head is like way below where you think it should be if you have a headrest. And this photo makes it look even smaller. And if you look at the actual still shots, so Vicky Vale, her head is about like what you would think if someone's in a car. And there's a seat there behind her, and you see her head's, right about where the back of the head is, would kind of get into that little cusp of the headrest. And Batman is taller than her, and so he sits more proud in the seat. Now, I understand that even in the production, the ears would I don't know how they did it, but they were Yost and several people mentioned that the ears wouldn't fit right when the cockpit canopy closed. And so maybe that's why he's so short. But it just looks weird because if you think about it, when people are displaying this in their car, I would imagine, again, I'm not the target consumer for this, but I would imagine you would have the cockpit open. And so I think your primary mode of display would be you want him as proud as possible in the car, even if that means the vehicle wouldn't be able to close. And then possibly, and I don't know what you would do, but some way to make him sit lower for if you wanted to close the canopy on him. I think this probably isn't that big a deal. I can maybe even see Eddie rolling his eyes already. You could probably just put something underneath it to make him sit a little prouder. But, for these being the solicitation photos, it almost looks like you're taking like a McFarlane vehicle and then putting in like a Figure Arts, where it's like the scales don't seem to be, they're close, but they're not quite the same scale. And I don't know, and it's 175 is what they're shooting for. It seems like a lot personally, and I understand there is a cost of business, right? Yost has talked about getting the licensing for Michael Keaton for this. I think it was something to the tune of 5 Batmobiles to Keaton to get this license, is what I've seen in the comments. But I don't know. To me, it feels like this is something that
Batmobiles.
I think that's what the arrangement was. I'm sure Yost probably can clarify, but
maybe he meant like the equivalent of.
No, I think he actually wanted, like 10 at first, and then Yost got him down to like 3 to 5. I don't remember exactly. Maybe Ben knows.
Oh wow!
But I don't know.
I thought it was 6. I honestly thought it was 6. But
yeah, it was quite a number of them, because I think it's for his kids. It's for his kids, like his house, his kids, grandkids.
Wonder if he
whatever.
wants a Catwoman now that he's seen that release.
I don't know, but I just
added into the.
This is something purpose built for this one purpose, and to me, it just looks awkward in its own purpose. Like I just don't.
Yeah, I know why it doesn't look right.
Really,
there's
why
not
is
enough
that
nutsack texture.
That could.
It's not pockmarked enough.
Yeah, it has a very subtle texture. Yeah, you're right, Eddie.
So I don't know if you guys remember. I got that. You can't see it. It's right next to me, but I got that Robotech statue of the airplane cockpit.
Yeah. So Jose says after talking about the license, they asked for a few Batmobiles. Thank you, sir.
And when it was coming out, it was just the cockpit. And the company is Kids Logic. Months after the pre-order went out, I want to say almost a year later, they're like, you know what? We're also including a pre-posed, or actually not including, but you can buy it, a pre-posed Rick Hunter to go inside the cockpit. And I believe it's still up on BBTS if you want me to pull it up. But again, it's a pre-posed figure that goes inside the statue. You're, seated in the cockpit. And it was, now granted, it's not 6 scale, it was 12 scale. But it was an additional $50. Now, for me, I love the character. That's why I was getting the cockpit. I was like, it's a no-brainer, $50. Here we go. So, for this thing, purposefully made to sit in this cockpit and not do anything else, I think is a good idea. But at 175, that seems kind of fucking crazy. $100, fucking 20 if you're feeling
125
generous.
tops.
Yeah, like I just don't see the 175 price point, because then you're still gonna have to ship it and shit. So for something that's just sitting there in a pre-post position, I don't see the value in 175. Yeah, it's like I don't know. That's crazy.
You paid $2,000.
You paid $2,000,
and it's okay to pay $175 for the figure. That's crazy.
You don't see me paying $2,000 either.
Dude.
Well, let me say
I'm
this.
saying this comment is crazy.
What the comment is saying.
Oh.
So, I would almost say though, like, I've seen used DX 89 Batmans for like as low as $250 this week. I think I saw one for 240, but one of the fins was broken, which I don't think affects anything in this case. But for a little bit more, you're getting a whole figure. You're getting accessories you can part out. You're getting, even if it's damaged, right? Or even if it will be damaged by sitting in this position. I almost feel like that's if it can, at least. I don't know. I haven't seen a single person that was in the test review batch put theirs into the thing.
I don't think if he included this figure with the vehicle when they pre-ordered it and they paid $2K, I still don't think it's worth paying $2K for this fucking thing. That's crazy, bro. But my opinion is actually weird for Jazzy because I don't hate this. Like, I think it does what it needs to do. Yeah. I think it looks like Keaton. I think it looks fine. I don't have any issues with it. I could see what you're saying about him being stiff and everything, but like, he's stiff in that suit. Pause.
Yeah.
He just can't move a lot.
Yeah,
so
he's
like,
just like.
Yeah, it's probably no fault of Jazz Inc. I think it's just the suit design.
And I know he's mentioned in the past how you were saying about the sizing. I remember he mentioned in the past he had to like downsize the seats because he can't make them exactly 1-to-1 because when humans sit on cushions, like the cushion goes in and all that. So like I've heard him say stuff like that in the past, so I'm not surprised.
Has he mentioned with this piece though being underscaled as well?
I didn't see with this one specifically.
I mean, it looks short. Like that's like kid driving the dad's car. Like it's short, bro.
The only thing that bugs me with this is the same thing that bugs me with the Hot Toy is the texturing on the suit, because I feel like it shouldn't be there. It's not as bad on this, but like now I wish I could see the suit in person because everybody keeps putting the texture on there. It's making me, and Jazz Inc. is always boasting how they get all these files and everything's done from the exact stuff that they use. So maybe there is texturing in the suit that you don't see in pictures, but that was the only thing that stood out to me. Otherwise, I mean, I don't hate it. I think it's overpriced, but I guess to Charlie's comment, like, you did pay $2K for this Batmobile already, so what's another $100? It doesn't make any sense to me. People are crazy. Yeah. Moose made a comment that he doesn't even need it, and that's how you know you don't need it, because if Moose ain't buying it, who the hell is? That fool buys everything.
The Moose is on the loose, baby.
Moose is on the loose.
Bit like what you would have to, I guess, kind of not hide your other. If you have the 89 figure, you've got to have it on another shelf. It can't be standing beside the Batmobile you have this in, right? So there is kind of a point of not necessarily needing this, unless you put it away and you have another shelf for your 89 and then you want to display him in the Batmobile. Sometimes it is a little weird, but then you have to have a separate 89 shelf then technically at that point, or you just put him in the box sometimes.
One thing also to clarify, I think they said because this is considered a vehicle accessory, like they mention seated Batman vehicle accessory, this is able to be worldwide licensed. So I think with like the Catwoman Jazz Inc., you had to go through 1/6 kit, or I think Spec Fiction. So this one you can get direct if that's important to you. Anyone else want to take a crack at this?
I think, Zach, to your point about getting the Hot Toys 89, I think if you had that and tried to get it in this position, you will tear up that figure.
Yeah.
There's no way around it, and you probably wouldn't have the right hands to be able to hold the steering wheel, because his arms are not going to stay up like that unless they're actually holding on.
Yeah.
But I think, as someone in the chat mentioned, when the canopy's closed, the windows are pretty opaque, right? So I don't know how much you would see him in there with their closed when the canopy's closed. To agree with what you said, have him sit up higher with it open, and have it just something that's there for when the canopy is open, and you would have to remove him to close it, because if you're not going to be able to see him, what's the point? I personally, I think it cheapens the look of him, to be honest with you. I think it downgrades, the beautiful work they did on the vehicle, but that's just me.
It's interesting. I think because I've watched a lot of behind the scenes stuff from the Keaton era Batman days, and I'm pretty confident. And tell me if I'm lying, but I seem to remember that because there was different versions of the Batmobile depending on what scenes they were filming, they actually did have to cut his cowl ears off at certain times in order to actually fit him in the vehicle. So your perspective of where he is against the seat may be skewed just based on that. I also think Batman always has a cape. So when I first looked at this, I was like, oh, I hate it. But then I realized I was looking at it, what he looks like Batman's taking a dump in the woods, like not ready to like sit in the cape, but I think with a half cape on, it'll give him a little bit more bolstered volume. And I think it might look better. Right now it's a little uncanny. I think the only thing that I would wish for, and I haven't done my homework on this one, so correct me if I'm wrong. I think rolling eyes would have been pretty cool, because if he's such a stiff figure, have him able to at least look slightly in different directions, I think would have been a benefit. But
who shits in the woods sitting like this?
Does a bear shit?
Aren't you just supposed to like squat down? You actually sit on the ground?
No, you dig a hole and you sit in the grass.
Dig a hole, huh?
No, you sit against a tree.
He actually digs down a hole.
Oh.
Wow.
So
Goes
I
to show
believe
you how
in the
often I do
post
that.
today,
Actually, you
he
grab a
said that
front pole. That's actually
they were
nuts, dude.
going to try to make the neck be able to move, like I guess like swivel. I believe he's also said that adding like a PERS system would make this price. It just wouldn't be possible at this price point.
Prairie dog.
Yeah, let's move on because we got a lot to talk about tonight. So we have.
Damn,
let me
Vicky's so
double check.
fucking fine, dude.
She really is.
That's Eminem's mom, dude.
Wait, is that really?
In the movie.
In the movie,
In 8
wow.
Mile, she plays.
Did you see
him.
her titties?
Yeah.
Hang on, we gotta
Zach's
stop the show.
watching it tonight.
Hang on, I'm watching it right now. Let's see. We have, boy, we got a lot. I feel like right now, Amazing Spider-Man, like, bro, I got a battle ahead of me, bro. I got to get through all these figures, like when all those things line up for him. So I feel right now. We have Hot Toys Batman Returns. Looking spicy, actually. Batman. I almost feel, this is where I'm gonna go with this because I know you guys are gonna talk about everything else. I feel like it's classic Hot Toys with a little shot across the bow here. They have the Catwoman interchangeable diorama base. I think that's interesting. I think it'll be real interesting to see if they announce a Catwoman, obviously jazzing dioramas. I've seen the conspiracy theories ever since this happened, but it's kind of brought it back up where it's like, well, maybe they couldn't get the worldwide license because a different company has the worldwide license. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually do a 92 Catwoman or a Tim Burton Catwoman. This figure looks great. I personally prefer the 89 suit. I like that, the way I wouldn't say the texture, but to me, the Hot Toys version of this always seemed very, somehow less posable, I think, than the 89. But man, this looks pretty good. I do like what we have here. This one, let's see, $285, $340 on the price point. Not for me, but it's looking pretty good, Dean.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I don't have a lot of, I don't think I have anything really negative to say. Mike had brought up a point, and I'll let him more expand on it himself when he goes. But the battle damage cowl is kind of towards the end of the movie where he like rips it off, and so that's why it's just like around his neck. But the portrait has no blood on it, which I thought was interesting, but I'll let Mike talk about that. That's kind of the only real negative thing to say, because this is, I guess, a 2.0. It's not really a reissue because the original one came with a Bruce Wayne. So, like our friend John used to say, it still preserves the original release. This lets people get it in their collection if they had missed it. If you really want that Bruce Wayne, then you're going to have to, cough up the money for it. Would you say 340?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty high. You do get a lot, right? You get a couple interchangeable face plates. You get the 2 head sculpts, or the Bruce Wayne and then the Bat head sculpt. I am interested in the because the base has the interchangeable accessories. And I said this on Will's stream the other day, or mine and Kiko's stream actually.
I hate to see it.
Yeah, poor Will ran out of internet, dude.
Wait, is that what happened?
He was at his girlfriend's house and her internet just took a shit, and so he couldn't continue the show. So me and Kiko just went live on YouTube.
I was like, Ben.
Damn, bro.
I was just about to say I'm going to use that excuse next time.
Wow. He introduces his girlfriend to the world, and then the internet cuts out, bro.
Yeah, so the way this is worded is interesting. Because it's diorama based with interchangeable accessories instead of like interchangeable parts or interchangeable diorama. The way it's worded to me, interchangeable accessories kind of sounds like the other accessory is from a different figure and you could just use it on this base. Does that make sense?
No, you're
That's
crazy.
the craziest thing I've ever heard, Dean.
I know.
That's the craziest fucking thing you've ever said.
That's why I think that they will
It's in the picture. It's in the picture.
If they don't give people that, they're gonna lose
That
their
would
goddamn
be
minds.
The story of the year, Dean.
I just got a glimpse into Dean's mind, and it's very scary.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen, Dean.
I'm just saying.
I would lose my mind if that
How
was
to
not
do
in
that?
the box.
Crazy how nature do that, Dean.
Yeah.
Don't give up on me now, Dean.
No,
also
don't
showed
you
it
give
in
up
the-
on me now, Zach.
That's the
Justin
craziest
did
thing I've
his
ever heard, Dean.
figure preview with Ryan Kirkwood, I think his name is, and
But-
it was
Sweet
also
Angel Ryan.
in that.
Look, first off, you
Both
want it to be
heads,
called
both heads.
diorama base with diorama, interchangeable diorama. That's the stupidest sentence I ever heard, Dean.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it just sounds like this might be for a different figure, or it might come with a different figure.
I will laugh if Dean's right, because he'll be
What?
like,
Right?
Yeah, you guys
told
are
you.
laughing at me now. I'm not saying that's 100% fact. I'm just like, hey, that'd be interesting. But also, this cat face isn't necessarily Catwoman. It's what's his face?
Max Shrek.
Max Shrek.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Christopher
it's
Walken.
Shrek's company, but
Walken.
it's related to.
It's related though, bro. It's like
Definitely.
parallel.
This is up for
Right, but
PO,
it's not
right?
necessarily Catwoman.
Yes, it is.
So
One of the
that's
best scenes in the movie is
gotta
when
be
she
in
looks through the glass,
description.
though, and her like
Yeah,
Catwoman
you get
head
the
is
little-
in
yeah.
front of the Catwoman face or cat face. Yeah.
But yeah, I like it. I don't like the wings.
Really, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, I think
I
it's my
just-
favorite
That's
part.
my favorite part.
Well, I don't. It's not that I don't like them. It's like realistically, in terms of all the space it's going to take up, who's doing this?
I mean, who's dressing up as a bat and fucking jumping off buildings and shit? You're a
No,
billionaire,
I
bro.
meant.
Who's displaying?
I meant in your display.
Oh,
You
okay.
can
I was
keep
like, I mean, the whole premise of Batman is crazy.
Yeah.
You'd be doing everything else, bro.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty excited that they announced this, only because I'm very let down with how the 89 one turned out. I had that one on order, and it was about to ship, and I canceled it because I don't like the way it turned out at all. So, and I prefer that suit over this suit, but this just looks better to me. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm not gonna pre-order it. I'll wait for it to release, but it's gonna be Mike Keaton in my display, so I'm excited to get it. And I like it's growing on me. I never liked the Batmobile abs, but the more I look at the figure, and also Returns is my favorite of the two movies, so
That's where that. Okay.
it makes sense to me. And I do like the wingsuit. I think it'd be cool just to see it on the figure. I wouldn't display it that way either. And I really like the likeness and the portrait on the head sculpt. I would never use it though. In fact, I'd kind of like to use that head sculpt to make a multiplicity figure. I think that would be pretty
Ooh,
cool.
That's a
but,
good call, dude.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut right there.
But it's cool. I think it's an awesome release, man. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. I'll just get to what I think Dean was alluding at, and I mentioned this on Ben's show on Sunday, but as he had said, all the conspiracy theorists with the Catwoman portrait teasing Catwoman. I looked at the head sculpt where he rips the mask off, and the fact that they didn't put blood on his portrait as almost the counter to that. Like, why are they not doing that if they're going to include a Catwoman when that's kind of their final scene together, right? He takes that off and he scratches her, or she scratches his face with that. So that's one of the things they did different from the original. So to that point, it kind of retains the value of that one too. But it's almost like Hot Toys messing with us, right? They give us one thing and then take away another. So I'll be curious to see how it shakes out.
So just to remind you guys as well, when the 89 figure went up for pre-order, in my opinion, it was one of the nicest Hot Toys I'd ever seen. And then I thought that there was a pretty significant downgrade from both the likeness and the pitting on the suit when we got to final. So just because this one looks now better than what we got as an 89, I'm not, unfortunately, super convinced that this is going to be the way that it comes out. I've been burned once and I don't want to be burned again.
That's a good point.
On the other hand,
that was going to be my question to Eddie, yeah.
Yeah, on the other hand, I would say that, like, obviously the Keaton lightness, that's a good call, honestly, Eddie. Totally a good reason, because that, as I said, that 89 Batman I thought was going to be the best figure in my collection, and I love it, but it's certainly not.
But you kept the order, Ben.
I did keep the order, yeah, of course.
So that's why the company
I still love 89.
Ben.
But,
you gotta
hey,
speak with your wallet.
If somebody,
Ben.
I will, because when somebody else makes it better, I'll buy that one and sell this one. But in the meantime, I want an 89.
Though.
Sure, it does. Sure, it does.
No way.
Yeah,
Hot Toys
because I'm willing to buy another.
You don't track your figure and make sure it goes to the same household. That's crazy, man.
The Keaton likeness is obviously better. It's 13 years of better paint applications and sculpting technology, so it was pretty obvious. But the original is no slouch, and I don't think that the original suit from the first version is all that less superior than this one. So if we were talking this or that, like, do you need both? Do you want to sell your old one to get this one? Unless you want the suited up tuxedo Wayne in the collection, I don't think you actually need it. Now, I would have liked to see the battle damage look like you guys have said with the blood damage on it to differentiate that original sculpt to this one. But on the other hand, since they didn't give us a tuxedo Wayne, if you wanted a kit bash one, you still could with the clean look. And that would also be kind of akin to what he looks like earlier in the film. So I could kind of see maybe what they're doing there, maybe by doing it. At the Dean, to your point there, he was like non-bloody for a couple minutes before she scratches his face. So like, I thought that whole scene his face was scratched, but it wasn't when I went and rewatched it. So I think it's okay that way. I'm totally gonna get this. If you don't think you'd ever display the head sculpt, I actually think that the $285 price point then is pretty reasonable. Just go with the standard version, especially if you don't have the room for the display base. $285 for the standard is, I think, a good price, considering how good this Batman looks, at least at the pre-order stage. So cross your fingers, it lasts all the way to final. But yeah, I'm going to get this one for sure. I just haven't decided which one I want. Because like you, Eddie, I don't know if I want to take up more collection space for a Wayne when I already have Batman. So I think the lower price point might be what grabs me. And then I don't have to worry about displaying that base or storing it.
Are the cows different from 89 to Returns?
Quite a bit different.
Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah, they're shaped a little different.
That's, I think, what stands out the most to me when it shows the head sculpts. The one in the middle looks friggin' fantastic, dude.
Yeah,
like,
the protos do.
It looks so good. That's looks like a movie picture in the middle, and his eyes look really good. And yeah, the cow, like, I like the cow a lot, and it didn't stand out that much to me with the 89, so I didn't know they were different.
Quite a bit different, yeah. They even look like they're made of different material when you look at them side by side. It's interesting.
Yeah. Does he have the Jordan shoes? Do we know if he comes with the Jordan 6s?
Probably won't be.
The 89 version does not.
No.
What were you going to say, Badfish?
So yeah, they've never done any Nike anything, right? So
no.
I don't know. Yeah, I think get the deluxe for the sculpt just because it looks so good, and maybe once in a while pose it with the torn off cowl. That's just me. I think it's also an iconic scene. Every once in a while to change that out would be fun. Hopefully it's not a real pain to do that, because it's gonna be
That's
a completely
exactly where I was
different
going with it.
headpiece, right? Like you've got to take off the whole, I would imagine, right? The whole shoulder piece that pins down the cape. But
yeah, but that'll just slide over top. That's how you change the capes out on them now. In the original ones, you have to take the whole piece off.
But yeah, honestly, I think it looks great. If there's a bit of a downgrade, I as much as people don't like the 89, I still think it's I guess serviceable is the word. I think it's still pretty cool. I think the suits are different enough that you can justify having both as well, in my opinion, when it comes to like just the it's not very significant, but it's different enough. I think
pretty different.
Yeah, it's that you could have the two, and then you could have the 89 in the cowl and have him out. This, and if it comes out like this, I mean, I gotta have the deluxe with this, at least the option to have this. If I don't use the display base, so be it. But I really want this. But I have the 89. I ended up having to get it on Pop Culture because I missed it on a few other places. But yeah, this I'll definitely be adding to the shelf.
So this was a concern that I didn't personally notice, but people are concerned about. It probably will be fixed, but in some of the photos there seems to be a seam line on the back of the cowl, which people were saying that's how in the original figure you were able to access the purrs.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind, that could be a thing. SG says, do you all think it's going to sell out? Probably not until the first ones get the reviews go up or the blogger photos.
Sell out or waitlist? I mean, because the 89 waitlisted before it came to bloggers photos, if that's what you're asking.
Let me introduce this figure and then I gotta step away for 2 seconds. We have let's go back to this tab. Hot Toys Samurai Predator. I believe this is going to be a limited edition. I believe it was posted LE 500 overseas. But to go ahead and discuss this, Roma. I'll be right back. ThreatCon Delta.
Yeah, I think this figure looks really cool. All the good stuff first. I like the colors. I like the green against the kind of like maroonish, dark, deep blood red. I like the samurai aesthetic. That being said, do Predators know Japanese? Because there's a picture which he hasn't put up. It's got Japanese writing on it, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense unless it's just like a artistic kind of thing. I was like, what? Because I know that there's like a long line of predators, right, coming to hunt people. Like that's kind of like the story, right? So I have no doubt that they would come into contact with Japanese people at some point. But it just seemed odd that the helmet would have Japanese writing on it.
Does he even speak English?
Because it's not like he took the helmet as a trophy. It fits his head, a very alien head.
Yeah.
It's just, I thought.
Are you going on about that Japanese thing?
They have a translator. They have a translator.
I said all the good stuff first.
Well, I mean, okay. So first off, I think obviously these are artists. These aren't like canon figures. I don't think.
Okay,
like
that's what I asked. Okay.
Yeah. So there's that. I think if you're going there, like, you know, how do they have the Japanese text? Then you're like, well, how do they know what samurai armor looks like? Well, I guess they could have. Let me tell you this: they could have fought a samurai, and out of respect, you know, you're muted.
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. ThreatCon Delta, there was a bug in the house. I had to deal with that.
I was saying, like, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility that they would have fought a samurai at some point. I was like, but the helmet is clearly a very alien helmet.
Yeah. Now,
so it's not like he took it as a trophy and is now wearing it. It's like designed for his head. But.
There's a couple of things here. It makes me very uncomfortable the way he's grabbing that tongue of the alien. Or inner mouth. I'm not sure what you call that, but it's choking the chicken there. Also, this pissed off a lot of people.
Really?
Yeah, because the Samurai Predator is a very expensive Hot Toys. I mean, you're talking like up there with the most expensive.
Like $800-900.
Yeah, broken with damage.
So this is a reissue?
No. This is like the concept, right? The Predator
reimagining.
Samurai, the concept.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not anything similar, I don't think, but the concept.
Can you pull up the other one after?
Yeah, sure. I've never seen it for sale in the entire times I've been collecting. Now, there are people that have paid a lot of money that feel, Perch, I think, put it best. He's like, this was the one Hot Toys I felt would always hold its value. And he was upset that it got, sort of remade. Take that.
I mean, that's...
I'm just saying, don't kill the messenger. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not killing the messenger.
I might kill the messenger.
So this is the old Samurai Predator.
Looks like dog shit compared to this one.
You're not saying nothing.
Wrong.
So it is quite a bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this goes to tell you what Ben said earlier.
different.
12 years of development, right? Like,
Yeah.
dude, Hot Toys is a whole different company now.
Mm-hmm. I do think the original still has it's going to lose some value, yes, but I think it is different enough that the hardcore are still going to want to buy that one. But man, those little brain bumps are just making me uncomfortable. But
wow,
I'm glad I saw this. I'm like, thank God I have no interest in this because my wallet's safe.
There's an interview on Hot Toys website with the art, the guy that designed this, and he goes into detail what the symbol means. And so apparently the armor was crafted for him by the samurai that he fought with, and they gave him the helmet, and the symbol means skull. And it's for two different meanings. One is obviously they keep skulls as trophies, so that's one of the meanings, and then two, skull is like a formidable warrior for a samurai. So to answer your question, the humans made him this armor. So
Okay, now I'm even more confused.
What?
Because don't the predators come to kill a worthy opponent?
They were fighting. He was fighting with them to kill other.
Have you seen AVP?
I don't know if it was other.
Yeah, and remember the girl?
Yeah.
She fights alongside the Predator?
I didn't know that.
Because predators respect, yes, they fight strong warriors, but they also respect strong warriors as well. So I think that's the.
Okay. Yeah. Mystery solved. Thank you, Eddie.
I like his blonde highlights in his dreads. He's obviously going to the salon in what is it called, feudal Japan?
Yeah,
is that what they call it?
In Tokyo.
I think this is cool. I would have taken literally any Predator 2.0 over this.
That's exactly
any
what I
of
was
them.
say.
I would have even taken the Predator from the shitty movie, the one with the autistic kid. What's that movie? Whatever. I would have taken that Predator over this.
Predator.
Is it Requiem?
No, that movie is the worst one, dude. AVPR is terrible, but it does look cool. And I didn't know that the original was that like high up in value. It adds to that conspiracy theory that like they really do pick their 2.0s based off of value in the second market. It feels like. So maybe that's why at least makes me think like, oh, that makes more sense why they chose this one, I guess. Because otherwise, why choose this one right now? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. But it's cool. I don't think it's necessary. I don't even think it's necessary if you love Predators. I don't know. But
well, it says AVP. Is this in a movie somewhere?
It's not in AVP, but in AVP at the end of the movie, there's a bunch of different Predators that come out. This is not one of them though. So I don't know if it was like.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like. I don't know if it was a concept and it was gonna be in the movie, but they didn't add it or something. But also, they might just be using that license to put this out with their art line. I guess I don't know.
That's what I was gonna say. It makes you wonder which Predator license they actually have.
Don't his teeth? You know You know when SpongeBob, when Squidward tries a Krabby Patty for the first time and he takes the smallest bite of the meat? That's how his teeth look to me.
That's hilarious. Yeah, on Kiko and I's stream the other day, we were talking about the Batman that we just talked about and what other 2.0s we were hoping to see down the line. And I was like, it seems to me they're dipping their toe back into like the 80s. You know, we got the Terminator, we got RoboCop last year, we're doing the Batman now. I was like, I would not be surprised if we saw Predator stuff coming up soon, and here we go. So I feel a little vindicated. I'm a prophet, guys.
Oh my god, that's definitely why that cat head is not going to come with that Batman figure. You hate to see it. Dean will be right. They did tease a Predator figure. I think it was the Jungle Predator, right? Not that long ago at that con. Yeah. And so a lot of the figures that they've... I can't remember what the hell it was called. Was it San Diego Comic-Con? Or Comic-Con?
It wasn't Comic-Con, but...
Yeah, not Comic-Con. It's a little bit of con.
Chronic-Con.
I actually do. There's a great one here in Canada. Anyway, it's called 420 Day. But all that being said, I was expecting a Predator. I just wasn't expecting this Predator. So when it popped up on my screen the other day, I didn't actually think it was 6 scale until I took a closer look at it. I was so overwhelmingly excited about some of the other things that I was seeing. So I think this is cool. This is one of those figures that would 100% stand out in somebody's collection. And if you're a huge Predator fan, this is badass. But otherwise, I think you asked why it was upgraded. I do think it's secondary market value. And when you look at that old one, clearly there was easy money there. With the ability to upgrade the paint and sculpting and all of the things.
Joey.
So, easy money.
Shout out to Joey. What a fucking guy.
You're going to see him next month.
Oh, wow. Metal
really?
sword, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Metal sword, yeah. Wow.
What's the occasion?
Wow.
Hot Toys
I
do
told you
metal
I'm going to
swords
Dallas.
normally, ever?
For what?
That wedding.
Yeah,
he's getting married? Joey's getting married?
No, he's not, but I'm going to get to see him while I'm there.
Oh. Well, I didn't get invited to the wedding.
Well, Joey is getting married.
You don't know my friends.
Yeah, so you didn't know me, so you can't complain about how
Zach,
you didn't get invited to my wedding.
Leave your house, all right? So don't.
Yeah, for a wedding though. I mean,
he doesn't get invited places, guys.
Okay, Dorito boy, you don't leave your desk. You fucking sleep there. You eat there.
I absolutely do. Yeah, I absolutely do. I drive more than 5 miles from my house. I drive
You know what's
5
more
miles
shocking?
my house,
There's a wedding and Marco's not going? Holy shit.
Wow. First off, Bathurst is kilometers for you. Thank you very much. So I know that story's a lie.
Context that you understand, all right?
I know that's a goddamn lie. Second off,
I drive 40
6
kilometers pretty often.
What is that? What is that in freedom?
It's like 50 feet.
See, I would want to confuse you.
He goes to
the
the Tim Hortons behind his house.
Oh, Zach, it's close
how many,
to 25
How many
miles
green bucks are the donut holes today?
Wait, where do you drive this 40 kilometers?
Do you have change for a red?
To daycare?
Give me 2 purples. For
God damn, that's far. Daycare. Wait, what did you say, Mike?
No, you know.
Wait, what did he say? Rewind. I wanna laugh too.
It's too late. You missed it.
No, rewind. Please reset it. I beg you.
Oh fuck!
What did he say? Me and Badfish could be laughing out loud too.
Badfish wouldn't be laughing.
A couple weeks ago, we were behind the scenes, and Badfish and I agreed that Canadian money is easier to count than American money because it's color schemed. So if you handed me a stack of money, an American money, I would have to look at all of the bills. But if you're in Canada, you just have to count the colors. So
we've all played.
You can add your money faster. So
I mean, that's just logic. Yeah,
wait, so what was the joke?
So I was like, he goes to Timmy Hortons. It's like, how many greens or donut holes today? Mike said, would you take 2 purples?
Purple? You don't need 2 purples. You don't need two purples for a donut hole. You don't even need a blue.
Right.
I want to get Timmy Hortons so bad.
You could get a donut hole for less than a loony.
Less than a toonie, some might say.
There's a Timmy Hortons in the States.
Canada's
No?
make believe. I swear to God.
I feel like there's a Timmy Hortons in Vegas.
I think there's one in Dallas.
See?
Mathers had me dead to rights there. All right, here we go. Let's ring it in. I don't care about this fucking thing. Doctor Doom.
Oh, they're in Houston.
They're only making this fucking thing because Iron Man's the next Doctor Doom. So we're gonna see 20 Doctor Dooms.
I think that's
two masks.
RDJ under there.
That's RDJ, bro. I will say I like the effect pieces a lot. I don't think these are the ones from Maleficent. They look a bit more curvy.
Might be Loki.
They don't
though.
also. I don't think they're the Loki ones either.
I don't think they are either.
Armors with metallic silver application. You cheap fucks. This should be die cast, in my opinion. Hey, is this the same base?
It looks like the
Oh
Batman.
my God!
video,
It's swappable, interchangeable accessories.
Thank you, motherfucker! I fucking told you.
Oh my God!
Well,
It is.
It is the same base.
Because the
You're
very
half right.
bottom, at the very bottom, that little like part that comes out from the gargoyle is the same.
Oh wow.
That little like
The spikes are the
I
same too.
fucking told you.
Well, no.
That's
What you said was that the
hilarious.
cat would be included with a different figure, not the.
I'm still saying that.
And they ripped off the flag. from the
It doesn't
sideshow.
say
Wait, hang on,
swap
time
out
out,
parts.
time
It
out.
says interchangeable accessories. Accessories indicates like to a figure.
Hang on. I will say, the point that I'm arguing, Dean, might be different than what you're saying. I think we can both be correct. I'm saying when you buy that Batman, you get both in the box.
Right.
That's not excluding that it could also come in a Catwoman.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
know if that's
also
what you're
true.
saying.
I'm not saying that, but I do concede that is also possible. I'm just
Yeah.
saying the way it's worded, instead of like swap out parts, it's swap
Like you
out-
could put the gargoyle from this onto that, is what you're saying.
right, but specifically with a another Batman character.
Like Catwoman's gonna come with the Maxwell Shrek head, and you can swap them.
Yeah. Paul says complaining about a Doctor Doom. There's just too much today, bro. I'm like overstimulated. It looks good. I don't know enough about Doctor Doom, so to me this looks very classic.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is one of his iconic looks, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's in the
I
comic.
think it's like a modern kind of just comic book style.
But I also feel like I would rather this be a Hono. And I think that's the problem with Hono is
Damn it,
because
Zach.
fuck, I'm sorry. But like
I hate to see it.
you show us these crazy cool figures for 175 and then you show us this figure that could be the same line. Well, I guess there's more accessories, I guess you'd say, right? Like you get the effect pieces. I'll leave it there so there's some meat in the bones, but that's kind of where I'm at.
My tinfoil hat there, Zach, is that because of the hype train surrounding RDJ and a pending Doctor Doom film, Hot Toys was like, we want to put this under our
That's what I
flagship
just
so
said,
we can
yeah.
charge more.
That's
So
what I'm
I totally think that that's correct, buddy.
Yeah, because now there's a new logo down there by the Hot Toys.
The comic logo, right?
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
I don't know if I've seen that before either, and that's what I thought Hono was going to do. So
that's not with the Iron Man, like, or anything like that.
might be. I just don't remember seeing it. It's like the
they've done
backstage
one.
though. Remember, I was like, I've never
Right,
seen backstage
yeah.
before, and then it was like 96 times, like
Everywhere,
every
yeah.
time they showed it. Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah. Sometimes they hide in plain sight.
Wait,
but
you're
they're
saying
also
the comic logo is new?
yeah, that comic
That's
logo. I
not
don't
new.
remember seeing it. Well, that's what we're trying to say is that we don't remember seeing it, but.
I definitely think it's been on some. I'm looking right now.
Yeah, it's
When I saw
CMS,
this-
comic masterpiece.
When I saw this pop up on Facebook the other day, though, I was like, "Holy shit! They've shown what Doctor Doom's going to look like before we even know from the films."
That's exactly
and
what I thought.
then I realized that this was a comic. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's super random timing."
Whoa.
But it is cool. The only reason that I'd want to hold off is because I'd be curious what the RDJ version is going to look like. He came out on that stage looking very similar to this kind of costume. So is it going to be a very similar, or is it going to be like a very divergent look for Doctor Doom? So could they both exist in your display in a cool way? It's a future this or that. It sounds like. So, stay tuned.
I think Doctor Doom is fucking awesome. I'm also a sucker for like knight armor. I think this would be way better in the Hono line, especially because it's not diecast. To go to Zach's point there. But damn, this looks fucking sweet. That being said, I'm with Ben. I'd rather wait to see what the RDJ version looks like as opposed to getting this, and then that one maybe turns out even cooler, and you're like, fuck, like I have two of these guys. So yeah. That being said, I think this looks fucking sweet. I like it.
Just to correct us, just for the sake of it, the comic line has shown up. I've based on the chat here, I just looked it up. The comic inspired Spider-Man, that was the Amazing Spider-Man one.
Zach just showed us all the ones.
Had it? Did he? How did I miss
and
that?
like I mentioned, the Iron Man, with the classic Iron Man.
Yeah, there's lots.
Yeah,
and
there's
diecast versions of those characters, so they could have done the diecast on this one if they wanted. So it's too bad. Yeah, it was a huge lineup. My apologies.
I agree with Dean though. This is freaking cool. I think just as Doctor Doom, even he was in Spider-Man the animated series, I think, for a short period of time, right?
Yes.
So like that's how I remember him, and just that and how good that figure looks, it is kind of tempting, but with all the heat coming out, I think I've got to pass on this. It's just too much cool stuff for a villain that Spider-Man maybe saw for an episode or two. For me, is not. He's more Fantastic Four, right? I think.
I mean,
he is. I think that's the closest main villain, but he is pretty universal.
But yeah, I don't know. It's maybe if it one day it's at a good price or something. I don't have that huge connection to him. So cool, looking good though. I agree. I don't know. The diecast though might. Do you think it would be? I guess they could do. They've done diecast fine. I feel like the legs might just not hold up well for some reason if they did that all in diecast. It would be like too heavy on the arms. It might pose weird. But
that's true. You want to go first, Mike?
Yeah, I don't have much to say. I think it looks cool. I was really surprised that they didn't do a Hono version of this too. I had to assume that Hot Toys probably had the prototype and everything all done before they announced, Doom and Robert Downey at Comic-Con, and I think they're pushing this out now to get ahead of it. But even to that point, it almost seems like a Hono version would make more sense, if they're going to eventually drop a Downey, movie version as well. But no, I think it looks really cool. Doctor Doom's a beast in the comics. It's not for me because it doesn't fit with anything, but I definitely dig it.
I think this is a huge win for comic book collectors. I get why you guys are comparing it to the RDJ one because we're more movie based collectors for the most part. So but I think comic collectors could give a shit what the RDJ one's going to look like. This is Doom from the comics. And the fact that he comes with 3 face masks for different versions of Doom, like a more modern one, and then like that one, the special exclusive one is more of the original look for Doom. That's pretty sick. I think the movie one's going to look drastically different from this because this is a little dated unless the movie is like a period, in a different time period, because I have a feeling he's not going to be in knight armor. I have a feeling it's going to be more of a like some kind of Iron Man armor. It's not going to be Iron Man armor, but like something to that effect where it's like more modern,
like nanotechy.
Well, that's that's one of the comic book stories where he steals Tony Stark's body.
Yeah, I think it's going to be more like that. Because this feels, I don't know if there's anything in the movies that's super close to the comics other than, well, Iron Man kind of, but even it's not that old school Iron Man look either. They're all more modern, and I feel like this would be too, I don't know what the right word is. It's too old school for the movie stuff. I feel like,
how are they gonna with a Luger when you got Glocks available?
Yeah, and I don't know how like he's gonna be walking around in knight
You'd
armor
be
when
surprised.
you got Iron Man and Thor running around. You know, like it just seems too easy to take out. So I don't know.
That's how I feel about fucking Winter Soldier and Black
Yeah.
Widow. It's like, we're just walking around with a Glock and you got fucking a wizard interdimensional spaceman. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I think it's cool for. I think it's really cool for comic people. I think they did shoot themselves in the foot with that Hono line because it's weird. I don't know why they needed to do a separate line. They could have just made them cheap comic figures and just put it in the CMS line and just made them cheaper. Like, because
There's no price on this,
confuse people. So I don't know.
It's a good point.
But then this line directly competed with the Hono line just recently with that Iron Man, the comic look.
Yeah, exactly. That
And then this
another
one, so it's
reason
like-
they shot themselves in the foot.
It's like two figures within the same bucket.
You're not wrong. Let's move on. We're almost at the end of the news. We have, honestly, bro, I really love Toby and I really love Andrew Garfield. I'm not sold on Tom Holland as Spider-Man, but boy, this Amazing Spider-Man Hot Toys looks so fucking good. This is probably an unpopular opinion because I've talked to a lot of people that really hate this movie and hate this suit in particular. I've always really had a fondness for this suit. I think this might have been, like my third or fourth Hot Toys. This also kicked off the Facebook group. We did a giveaway for this. The Facebook group that would go on to become Auxiliary. So I have a very special place in my heart for this figure. Fern's kind of memed the neck a little bit being a little long and the head perhaps being a bit large. But goddamn, I'll be honest, like the Toby, I think I probably would have purchased it, but the figure just didn't look good to me. And the portrait, I didn't really like the portrait, to be honest. But boy, this figure's fucking checking all the boxes. This is, oh my gosh.
Pretty
And
good
I
figure,
understand.
too.
I understand all the complaints, right? He's too cool. He's too cool to be Peter Parker. You know, the suit is too refined, or it has, you know, too much of this or that. I really genuinely love this movie, and in the theater, I remember watching it I actually saw this twice in theater. So moving at the end when the fucking city band's together and those
You referenced this earlier today.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, literally almost brought me to tears. And I was like, you know, not young, but, you know, not. This movie is fucking awesome. And I always hated how poorly I felt the world received this movie and kind of felt like Andrew Garfield had become a meme for a while. There was that one, it might have been Jimmy Fallon. They had him like kind of like joking around like he's like a homeless person taking pictures on the street with people for like, you know, Spider-Man photos. And I felt like that was kind of the vibe for a bit. But he's had a really, it's almost like Anakin, right? He's had like a wonderful career resurgence. You know, he's getting all his flowers now. It makes me so happy because, yeah, I love this movie. I love the suit. This is like pretty fucking tempting. If not this, to get the old one. Because the old one was pretty decent. I think this is certainly much better. But boy, this is...
Bro, you got a tech deck?
pretty fucking nice. No, I don't... You're so stupid. I hate you so much. I fucking hate you so much.
I got Eddie.
I don't... So... Help me out here, because it's just like the BVS. It's been a while. The web accessories that attaches to the side, that's his phone, right? Or his keys that he webs to the side of his pants? Or is he sealing a wound? I don't remember what that's for. And then I also don't remember...
That's cool. I don't remember that either.
These lenses are...
He gets injured. That's why he needs help
he
with
gets
all the
cut.
crane operators to be
Oh,
able to...
okay. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And then the interchangeable lenses, they just look really dark. So
That's
I don't remember that.
That's the city
either.
thing. No, like the Marvel Legend. That's what I thought it was.
Oh,
is it not the
I didn't think
city
that's
reflective
what
in
that
the
was.
lens thing?
I don't know.
That's what I thought it was.
Chuck, this is like a 2.0. It's not. It's certainly not a reissue.
Yeah, it's
But
definitely.
god damn, bro, this, like, you know, and I don't know. I guess I get a little less critical when it comes to things that I really enjoy. I think we all do. I don't know if this pattern on this camera is right or if this is the right camera. I don't know anything about that. I don't know if this is the right graphic on the skateboard.
The fact that they even put a design on the camera strap is incredible.
Yeah.
That could have easily just been a black nylon strap.
It's very intricate too.
It's very intricate.
It's really
Fuck,
common
dude, this
with
is-
Spidey figures. If they didn't do it, it would probably look weird.
This is like, honestly, and I'm not even just like over exaggerating. This is one of my favorite. Like, I would honestly say since the Black Suit PS5 might be my favorite Hot Toys pre-order, excluding the Hono because I think it's a different company. This is so fucking cool. Like, damn, this is. I love this movie. In fact, I might watch this movie tomorrow. This is so fucking good.
Yeah, I remember when this movie came out. I was.
Yeah, he cried. Chuck said he cried. Dude, I was moved.
I was definitely a hater. Because Toby is. I mean, even now, Toby is, to me, untouchable. Like, I just love Tobey Maguire so much as Spider-Man. And first two movies. Spider-Man 3 is a fucking travesty to humans and should be fucking wiped from the face
My
of
favorite one.
Earth.
That movie's so fun.
movie's
Dude, Eddie, you got to get
shit.
that third-party Venom, bro. That thing is awesome. Spider-Man 3? So good.
But I remember people really hating on this suit. And I also remember not particularly liking it when the movie came out. But I've definitely come to appreciate it because it's so different. Like, I still prefer your, typical, like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. I think that's the
That's like
pinnacle.
the
of
classic comic.
It's so good. But this kind of holds its own place for me that it's like, it's actually fucking sweet. I like the gold lenses, the like abnormal like pattern of the suit. I like it. I think it's really cool. I don't know if I'll buy a Hot Toys of it, but I like all the photos, people posting it, when they get it. That's going to be really cool. I think the Andrew Garfield likeness is really good on this. I might even say Shrink Ray. We haven't said Shrink Ray in a minute.
Bro,
but
it might be.
it's pretty good. And yeah, you get a lot of accessories. I think for a 2.0, I think this thing is pretty badass. I really like the diorama base, actually. I know diorama bases are usually kind of like gimmicky and shit, but that's pretty fucking sweet. And it's also a really cool part in the movie, so I think this is a huge W, but I don't think I'll get it.
Okay, Sam makes a great point. Less critical about things you love. Inert probably still has nightmares about. I think about once a week I find a funny CapCut template and I make a new Pants Prince little meme, and it makes me smile. I don't know if it makes anybody else smile, but I like them a lot.
I like.
They're so funny.
I like when you guys
The one you posted
talk
this week
about
was
stuff
good.
that you love, because
Mhm.
it's you guys get really
more exciting.
passionate about it, and it's a nice change of pace. So
Yeah, I don't care about a lot of things we talk about.
What
but
about when I
this-
passionately hate something like the Joker?
I love that too, but only when
Okay,
you do
good.
it, because Zach just talks shit about everything,
That's-
But I love you,
that's-
Dean. No.
What the hell? How dare you?
I saw a couple people in the chat say that this looks like the DX07 base or like antenna that Luke's hanging off of at the end
That's
of
crazy.
Empire. But if you actually look it up, it looks like it's just that upside down, almost just upgraded. It's actually pretty close. It's wild. I was
Still not the
disappointed
same
because I'm
length as Ben's penis, by the way.
just I was disappointed by or that I missed on the last Andrew Garfield figure that went out. But the reason that I chose to skip on it was because I didn't think the figure likeness was very good. I thought it looked like a slightly more brown version of Andrew Garfield. Sorry. So did not think the likeness was good. I think this is much better. I'm excited that I waited. I'm one of those guys right now that's like happy I waited. because that's how I feel.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
do.
probably gonna get this.
The glad I waited, bro. Yeah,
The glad I waited, bro. You hate to see it.
This is really cool. I've seen this movie maybe twice, maybe. I've seen it at least once, but I'm such a Spider-Man fan, even though I've barely seen that movie. I'm tempted by this freaking thing. And I'm gonna pull a Dean here. Backpack with skateboard straps. It doesn't say skateboard and doesn't say with skateboard and skateboard straps.
Accessories.
I mean, this I'm a little concerned here.
Maybe a different figure. Maybe the Gwen Stacy comes with the straps.
I would hope so. But
Strap on.
I did check, by the way, the Batman does come with both. I checked that. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, this is cool. And even that skateboard, those little accessories make me want to buy these sorts of things even more. I know it's stupid, but I just think it's even
Most of your
more
comments
so,
are.
How
Jesus.
dare you. But I think it's even
Nasty
little
boy.
accessories like this are, for some reason, really make me want to buy certain figures. But the suit looks great. I didn't realize how different it was from the second movie. It's been so long since I've seen them, but the color scheme and whatnot is quite different. So and man, the battle damage on it looks really good. So every time I say to myself, "Oh, I don't need any more that's the last Spider-Man I need. I don't need any more." And then another one comes out and I'm like, "God damn it."
Yeah,
This is a main character Spider-Man I don't have, though. It doesn't feel like a variant of something that's already here. So that is part of the reason I'm happy I waited, because I've got Toby standing there. I've got one version of what's the other guy, Tom Holland, and I don't have an Andrew. So I'm like, hell yeah.
I have the No Way Home. Like, I have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 No Way Home, whatever one you want to call it, because it's licensed whatever it's under. But yeah, so it's harder for me to justify this one. But yeah, the sculpt looks really good.
I don't even remember the suit looking like this in the movie. I never noticed it when I watched the movie, and then I started collecting figures, and I saw the original Hot Toy release and different figures, and I was like, I don't remember him having gold lenses in the movie, and I don't remember the suit looking like that. I don't know why. But yeah, it's not. I prefer Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, but I think this figure is sick, and I really like the interchangeable eyes. Because for me, the gold throws it off, so I would use those eyes. It looks a little better there, but yeah, I think it looks freaking amazing, man. I had the No Way Home one, and I thought the likeness was good on that in person. I was very happy with it, and I thought the proportions look good, and I think Zach is right. I think their proportion on this one looks really good, and it looks like a more posable suit too, so it should be pretty fun, and the accessories look fun, and so yeah, it looks like a really good figure. It's a tempting one for sure. And the skateboard is really tempting because you're going to be able to do some cool poses. Like Spider-Man and skateboarding just makes sense, dude. You could do some
you could
crazy
give it to
stuff.
any Spidey you have too.
Yeah, it would be cool, dude.
See, skateboard's worth it.
Wow, yeah, the skateboard is worth it. It's bigger than I know Dean was making a joke, but it's actually should be bigger than a tech deck in person too, so.
Oh, it definitely will be, yeah.
Yeah.
I think tech decks are like probably 1/12, probably closer.
Yeah.
I was just being funny.
This
I know what size a tech deck is.
backpack, the
I don't
backpacks
blame
with
you. Tech deck's a good size, you know. It's pretty decent.
A lot of people would be happy with the tech deck, I think.
I'm happy.
the backpack with the skateboard straps is a really nice touch.
I feel like a life-size skateboard is probably too big and probably hurt a lot of people.
That's what they all say.
No one
about
ever
that.
got hurt on a tech deck, guys.
Too much.
Yeah, no injuries there.
Unnecessary, to be honest.
What is the other thing hanging off the backpack on the left?
I think that's just the skateboard.
Oh, he's holding it under his arm. I was like, what is
Yeah,
this?
what a dingoes, too.
Oh, fucking
It's
cool.
just strange they're showing the two different pictures of
Looks
it.
a little bit like the Marty McFly backpack as well, but just a different color. Could be wrong. Though.
It's a Jan
I
sport.
mean, it's a
I
fucking
was gonna say that
backpack.
exact same thing, Eddie.
I just hope the skateboard's not made of cardboard.
Wow,
Oh my
that's
God.
a good one.
Could be.
Speaking of janky, we have the Mondo Toys Spider-Man. There's a limited edition 1500. There is a non-limited edition. Let me see if I have a price on this one. I think it was $250 if I'm not mistaken.
The price on Spider-Man are too damn high.
God damn!
I'll be honest, like I was real excited for this. I was really excited for this, and it just looks real bad, to be honest. I $220 for the regular, $240 for the limited.
God damn.
I genuinely don't think I can say a single nice thing about this. And there's a lot of people are saying, well, at least you can articulate it, but
Can you?
I don't think it would be that articulated.
None of their
Doesn't-
photos are articulated.
None of their photos are articulated. And then also, I feel like when you look at this body, it doesn't look like a Marvel Legend in terms of where you see the joints. And I think because of that, it won't be very articulated, because the Marvel Legends, they look the way they do because, I mean, you get some crazy articulation out of those things. This, it does have double joints in the arms and the, looks like the knees, but the butterfly isn't very big, and that's going to affect, kind of the crouching poses. And it doesn't look like it has a lot of space for the legs to come up. I don't know. I don't like this.
Yeah, those hips.
And
I was
Unless-
so excited. I was so
Unless the-
excited for this figure.
Unless the crotch piece is rubber to flex out of the way. Also, the ab crunch for Spider-Man to get in those crazy poses needs to be a lot kind of deeper, like up towards his pecs more. And you're right, the butterfly joint is almost not even there. For a proper butterfly joint to be effective, it needs to cut into the pectoral to get that across the, body motion that Spider-Man needs. But yeah, all the photos, because that was my thing. It's like, well, okay, well, at least you're going to be able to move it. But go through all the photos. All the photos are relatively
Uh-oh. Do we lose Dean?
Oh, I thought I lagged. I was like,
Same.
damn.
Same.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
you're
You said
good.
all the photos were...
Yeah, go through all the photos. They're all kind of in a standing up position. Even the one where he's on the wall is basically standing straight. They don't show this figure doing any cool articulation to make me want to spend $240 fucking dollars. Am I lagging?
Yeah, you're
Mondo
lagging.
got him.
The Mondo, bro.
Shut him down.
Like,
Bro, the way
this
he's
is, I
swinging
think, the
looks
most
funny.
pose that it is, and it's like...
It
It's
is a
basically
very.
standing upright.
That
just
one.
against the
It's
wall.
a good looking figure, though. No, like
where
at
he's
least
swinging.
that's probably the best.
That's
thing I
not
can
a
say about
very
it.
good swinging pose, though.
No, it's not, but it's the most posed, I would say it is.
Yeah, you're not
Like
wrong.
standing up and down. It's a good looking figure.
I
Is it, though?
yeah, I
That
like the
looks pretty good.
proportions.
Like that right there.
I like the unmasked sculpt, but I would have preferred, and I know this is styled like the cartoon, but way bigger eyes. On the Spider-Man suit.
The limited edition is still available, or is it?
It's. I don't think it's gone up yet. I think it goes up. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, it's still up.
I'm shocked that it's not gone already.
But you think about it, for $60 less, you can get the Symbiote Hono, which has less effects and less parts, but I think is a better figure. And I think Eddie, you said it's like Hono kind of ruined it, because it's like, now I'm just gonna wait for a Hono comic Spider-Man, like a red and blue, or red and black even.
It's good to see the double joints. I think that's a step in the right direction, because I've never seen that on a release before. So
Yeah.
it may not work the way it's
Bro,
supposed to, but it's
no
good to at
wall
least
crawling
see it.
hands either, bro. For Sam Gist,
Yeah, that's
crazy.
true. That
Yeah,
is
they have the
crazy.
double joints, but look at the pictures. They don't really go much further past 90 degrees
That-
on anything.
that
the
knee
bicep
bend
is
right
too
there?
big.
That's better than any Mondo figure I've ever seen.
Yeah,
that's a good bend,
arms,
but the arm, yeah.
The hips are gonna be the biggest killer on this one because you're not gonna be able to get him in a crouching pose at all.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna suck. But I mean, if you just love the show and you're cool with having it in some basic poses, just standing in your collection, I think it's worth it there because the Peter Parker.
I was gonna
ask,
what about the sculpt? The sculpt's pretty good.
I don't know, man. I'd rather spend the $50 and just get the Marvel Legends.
I don't even think
collection.
You don't even need the exclusive. I don't think. Like unless you
so.
want the Goblin head.
What is the other portrait? I don't. What is the difference? It's just a more broad
eyes.
jaw, I guess?
The eyes are different.
The symbiote is a cool piece, but I don't know if that's worth the exclusive price.
I think you guys nailed it when you said that Hono has set like a significantly different price bar standard. And so now we have always something else to compare it with in terms of value. $250 seems extremely overpriced. The only reason that I even still support some of these is that there are a lot of collectors out there who are Mondo collectors specifically, and there's also a lot of collectors out there who love the animated look like this offers. I love the Batman animated series line, but kind of what you had said, Zach, with regards to, I'd rather pay $50 and have a smaller scale and just, save myself some money. That is exactly how I ended up feeling with the Batman animated series 7-inch scale figures that I've decided to keep rather than collecting all of the Mondo ones that slowly release. Because why take up display space in a 6 scale if I still feel like I've got the representation of those characters? And that's how I feel about these. If you already have these in a smaller scale, unless you absolutely are a diehard 6 scale collector and animated series collector, and maybe Mondo collector as well, it fits you into a pretty tiny square. And this just feels overpriced otherwise. If this was a much more accessible price point, I think a lot more people would just be generally excited about it because, of course, if you're like, 160, 170, I could justify that. But after seeing even that Wolverine from Hono that had the seamless, I can't remember the material type, but the seamless rubber look arms, wild in comparison to, price point wise to what you're seeing here. So this is a pass for me. I would consider the Venom though. I'm just such a Venom simp, so I do really like Venom. I'm excited to see what that one looks like when it comes out, but this is a skip.
I would disagree with Eddie. I think if someone's going to be giving me Goblin head, I'm definitely going to take it.
How dare you?
But
who's Goblin on your head, dude?
Usually my wife, but
what?
Usually?
Wow. Hasn't been anyone else.
Maybe he is driving 40 kilometers.
Hasn't been anyone else for a long time, if that's what
Nasty
I
boy,
love
bad
that
fish.
clip.
Nasty boy, bad fish.
But yeah, this is cool looking. But yeah, the price is insane. You've got better options, I think. You've got the classic Spider-Man that came with you've got the one that Zach has, the animated quote unquote comic Spider-Man that you had. Then the one that has the what is that damn thing called? The
symbiote?
No, the one the symbiote, but the one that came with the brick wall, just the classic one.
I think it's
PS5,
just called the classic
the PlayStation one, the PlayStation
the classic
one.
suit.
Yeah, so that's another option I think is another good comparison is something you can get. It's a little less posable maybe, but I don't know. I think the price on this is way too much. So the sculpt though is cool. So I thought I might be tempted by this in some way, but not for this one. Marvel Legends looking for the price. So.
I hate to see it.
Alrighty.
We were all excited for this announcement.
Bro, a complete 180. That's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see here. We have Star Trek Enterprise. What's the name of this character?
Hoshi
Sato. Ensign.
Sato.
Ensign Hoshi Sato. This one
Hoshi?
is... This one is
Hoshi.
Shut up. It's 205. Shipping Q1 2025. Look, I don't know anything about this character or this actress, but I swear to you, when I saw this, I thought this was supposed to be an alien crew member. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was like, what species? Like, I don't even know what you call this, but like you can see like the texture in the forehead, and I think that's just the way the image uploaded. But I was like, what is going on with this figure? Like, her forehead looks like pronounced, and I'm thinking like, it's been a while. I don't know about all this new races of aliens. And then Ben put these photos, and I'm like, damn, she's beautiful. What even is this?
Yeah, who is this? Is absolutely
I was
right.
taken aback. Is the best way I can say.
Who is this? It's.
Oh my god.
That's what I said when I saw this comparison.
Begin by activating my pot of greed.
Okay, very quickly. So
Yeah, rant,
we've
buddy,
seen
rant.
we've seen not much from Star Trek: The Enterprise line from Exo-6 for a little while. The last one we saw was T'Pol, which she was like not too bad. I think we talked about her on the show. She was in the orange outfit, and while her face wasn't perfect, I still think the sculpt was a little closer. Otherwise, the only other figure in this line so far that really nailed it, in my opinion, is the Andorian figure, who's like that blue guy with like the little antennae. I think you guys probably remember that one. This character is awesome. She's one of their she's like the main kind of translator, because this is really pre-Star Trek. They're kind of just taking their first steps into the galaxy. So they're getting a chance to meet all of these different alien races, and she's kind of that liaison in terms of language interpreter and stuff like that, in combination with some pretty basic translating technology at the time. In terms of this figure, however, just to me does not look anything like the actress herself. I gave this a 5.5 earlier on my show. I think it's the lowest rating I've given a figure so far. I keep saying that I feel like Exo-6 is actually going backwards in terms of quality. They when they started, there were some really great ones, and there was definitely some bad ones too. But now I'm starting to really see that they're rough based on the line that they're in. So like the Voyager line, while there's a few in there that I like, most of them I really didn't, and I love Voyager, so that just broke my heart. This line has been hit and miss. The Next Generation line has been a little on the hit and miss side, but I'm blinded by rose-colored glasses because I love TNG. This has made me not want to go back and get that Archer that I've got on pre-order right now, because to be honest, this just doesn't look good. It just doesn't look good. And for $205 plus the $20 shipping, I still think it's overpriced. I think they've made improvements in the outfit, but the color still feels a little bit off. I just honestly, I just can't get over how shitty the head sculpt is. I don't understand why they're going backwards in quality. And if they have different teams of people that make these figures, like the different Star Trek lines, then they need to be going back and having some pretty critical input, I think, before these go out. The only other piece that really drives me nuts about Exo-6 is that they haven't given us a release schedule in a really long time. They used to kind of give us this mapped out, this is where we want to go. But lately it feels like we're just getting whatever turd rises to the surface. And we don't really know what's coming next. So it's really hard to plan the line. It's really hard to plan your collection if you don't know. And this looks like shit. It's the biggest turd in the bowl.
The most recent turd pop up on the surface.
Yeah. I hate to say that because you guys know how big of a Star Trek fan I am. I've been I want to say promoting Exo-6 for 2 years. Really since they started, they were some of my first content on the channel. I'll always talk about their releases no matter what they do. They'd have to send me a letter. But even still, apparently I pissed off Paramount at one point, and I'm still here. So at this point, if they don't start doing better, Paramount should take the line and give it to somebody else.
What do you mean you pissed off Paramount?
I pissed off Nanjin because I had said on one of my shows that, or live somewhere, that there was a lot of QC issues. And he got back to me and said, well, there was only 4 QC issues. And then he sent me this really long, lengthy note privately on my Facebook Messenger. He direct message to me and basically said, you said all, and that's not true. Or there's a lot, and that's not true. Define a lot. And I was like, well, I counted more than 4 in the last week. He's like, well, 4 is not a lot. And I'm like, okay, well, it is to people who are spending money. It is to people who are spending money on your product. And he told me that Paramount was mad at me and mad at him and threatening to pull his license because me at the time with 387 like followers on YouTube
this actually
made that big of a splash. Well, now I got quite a lot more than that, and I haven't heard from anybody since. So let's see how it goes, because I am much more critical of these as they progressively float.
Don't say that here, Ben. Dean might say you're tooting your own horn like you did me last week.
I didn't.
Well, that's fine.
What?
You hate to, that's what I said. I was like, bro, I'm proud of this.
Okay. Really quick, Ben, I don't pay attention to Exo-6 or the Star Trek line, but we've also had a lot of discussions on the way they do their deluxe, and then what do they call it? They have like some backwards way.
Their standard and essential. Their standard line is their deluxe, and their essential is their standard.
Yeah.
God,
So,
annoying.
do they all say museum grade, or am I?
They all say museum grade. They all say museum. Yeah.
What fucking museum are these?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel like and it's horrible because the only thing that I can give them credit for, Dean, is that like some of the figures, based on what you see in these photos, do look better in hand once you get them. Like I did think my Geordie LaForge was going to be a little more soft, and I do really love LeVar Burton. I like that figure in hand a lot more than the photos gave them credit for.
That's true. I've definitely had figures that that's the case.
Yeah.
I don't know this character. I have no intention on watching Enterprise. I think I've watched a little bit of Enterprise just because I like a certain character. I couldn't even name the character for you, but I will say, other than the head sculpt, I like the outfit. I like the tailoring. That's like the nicest thing I could say about this. Would you say 205?
205 plus $20 shipping right from Exo-6. If you're getting it from anywhere else, you're paying a little bit more.
Yeah, I just what all does it come with? What we're seeing, a gun and a little hand thing.
So there's the old school phaser pistol from that era of Star Trek. There's like a pre-tricorder era scanner there. It also has the universal translator there and the comm to be able to because like instead of my little butt, like one of these bad boys, they had the old flipper.
Yeah.
Back
When
in the
you
day, so.
talk
Never
about
stop,
the
Ben, never
accessories, can you say it in the voice of the guy from Grandma's Boy?
No, I don't think I could.
Just because
think
that's
I
what I
have
hear
to-
whenever you
I have to
talk about
rewatch
Star
it to get
Trek.
the tone. I'll come. Yes. Yes, this definitely is really a good phaser pistol. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. The outfit is just
I
like a
thought Dean
jumpsuit.
was doing the voice.
No,
That's how good it was.
it's kind of just a jumpsuit with some zippers on it. Like it's not particularly intricate.
Look how big the zipper is, by the way, Dean, on her chest there as well. If that was like a real zipper on an outfit, that thing
it'd be
is
like
like
this
3
fucking
inches
big.
long.
Yeah.
So, someone say that's an average size zipper.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think it's
A pretty good sized zipper. Some might even say too big.
too big of a zipper. But
You probably need 2 hands to use that zipper.
yeah, I don't know. I just don't see the value of 205.
Not much bigger than you guys think, really.
I mean, maybe like 170-ish, and then I gotta pay shipping, so like 185. Like I could see that, but I don't know. Another $20 and then shipping on top of that. I don't know. But I was gonna say this about Mondo, and it also applies to this, because then you have people like, what's the best version out there? I don't have a choice, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it. I feel like that's what these companies are like banking on. It's like, where else are you going to get it? You're going to have to buy it from me, so pay whatever the fuck I ask.
And that's actually some of the negative feedback when I give really critical video takes on these. Because like most of the time I'm trying I try to see it from both sides, right? It's like I'm a collector. I love Star Trek. I'm rooting for them to win. I'm literally rooting for it. But if it's bad, like you can't say that it's good. Like that's not a good sculpt. And it drives me a little crazy because I have other collectors that will reach out to me and be like, well, Ben, you're being too negative. Where else are you going to buy one? And it's like, you're right, nowhere. But like you said it earlier, vote with your wallet then. And objectively, it's still just too expensive. It's overpriced. But I think the big thing that I'm starting to hear back on a lot from people is that they're just pulling out. There's just been too many soft ones that they're like, it's just not worth.
Pause, brother.
It's not pause. It's not worth. If you pull ahead of yourself, it's not worth continuing down the price line. There's so many Star Trek characters, so many good ones, so many there's many tiers. It's like if you have the S tier characters and the tier A, B, C, D, E. While Hoshi is a great character, she's still a C or a D character in comparison to we haven't got a really good like the original series Kirk yet. How does that even make any freaking sense? It's like Star Trek is Kirk in so many ways for so many people. We haven't even got Kirk yet, but we got Hoshi. That's just so weird. It's just it just doesn't make sense where their direction's going. So it's too bad because I was rooting for them to succeed. There's still a few characters that I want left, but with how soft these are getting, I'm not optimistic.
There we go. Let's blow through this last one. Willy Wonka updated sculpt by Mars Toys. Eddie, do you want to cover this one? Add anything to it?
There's not much to say about it. We've been waiting. This has been on pre-order forever, and we finally got an update on it.
Yeah.
And all it was is that I think he mentioned in the post that he's sorry for the delays and that he really had to go back to the drawing board because he wanted the sculpt to be perfect. And in all fairness, it does look a lot better than the prototype that was up. So I'm happy about it. It looks a little flat on the top of the head, but I think that's for the hat to fit on probably, unless they're going to do some kind of swap out thing where it's one head sculpt with a hat and one with the hair. I don't know. But they didn't do that with Joker, right? It was just a bigger hat, so I'm guessing that's why it's shaped that way. Yeah. Probably be so they could put the hat on it. But it does look good, and I'm happy to see updates. They also did an update on Gus Fring, the glasses and stuff that comes with him, but I didn't care to. I don't care about that figure, so I didn't put it on there. But yeah, this
Zach,
looks good to me.
Zach, let me ask you this. You were really interested in a Willy Wonka back in the day when
William Wonka.
When Molecule 8, was that their fucking name? When had teased it, and I want to say you were like, I'm ready to buy it whenever they announce it, and then obviously
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you weren't?
Well, because of the John Lennon stuff.
Right, but you were
if it was any other company, I would have
right.
bought it.
So is this a figure you're...
I'm keen to see how it turns out. I think with Mars Toys, seems you can get them on the aftermarket, or they do a second batch if there's demand. So I don't have money yet because, like Eddie said, it's been a long time. So, and I think with Mars, some of their toys do take a while. So
wow, that was a nice little pun there.
Wait, what was the pun?
With Mars, some of their toys take a while.
That was good.
That was good.
Wow, that was really good. Wow,
yeah, that was good.
Damn,
I'm excited for it because I do love Willy Wonka, but I just love Gene Wilder in general. He's one of the greats. He's up there as comedians.
Damn,
his acting,
Slick.
or his style of comedy in movies is a lot like Jim Carrey and Robin Williams before they were doing it. So
yeah,
and there's a great documentary on him. I think it's on Netflix that made me even more excited for this figure. So yeah,
very cool.
All right, we have our friends over at Collector Zone to thank for hooking us up with a discount of 15% off all in-stock items and full pay pre-orders with code CW. You can find them on the internet at collectorzone.com. Also on Facebook, Collector Zone Cantina. They have their own discount programs that they do on Facebook. So be sure to check them out and join if you would like. Marcos there is a great guy. Let's see here. Junk drawer. Just to blow through these quickly. Dean, what do we got here?
Yeah, so for Batman Day, was that Saturday? I think it was on Saturday. The Sonic team put up a little teaser video of Shadow dressed up as Batman, and it just said "Happy Batman Day" on it. I thought it was really cool. You don't see a lot of crossovers like that.
Two of Dean's favorite things.
Yeah. Well, hey, to be fair, I'm becoming more of a Batman fan.
And this solidifies it now. He's the Batman fan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you do all those Batman reviews, right?
God damn it. Oh, look, Zach's showing off a custom that no one... Zach, have you showed this before?
The new this week segment was a while ago.
You're mute.
It's actually crazy that you say that, Eddie. Here, let me tell you why.
This is my show. I do what the hell I want on my show.
We're showing a Batman fig. I want to show my Batman.
Batman fig for Batman Day on Saturday, here on Tuesday.
I like the text.
That's right, baby. Thank you, Ben. That's why
Yeah,
I think that Star Trek stuff.
That clip was pretty cool, Dean. I did see that even before you added it to the show sheet, and I thought that was sick.
I didn't even add it to the show sheet. I had to go
Shadow
back and check it.
Shadow has a good like
I almost didn't
color
on principle.
way to do that with that character. And Shadow is a lot like Batman, kind of like his like dark brooding
His parents
style.
got killed in an alley.
That
Well,
didn't happen.
not his parents, but
Like
yeah, his. I would say. Well, actually, kind of, yeah.
That would make for a cool little static figure that Sonic dresses Batman like that.
Yeah, well, it's Shadow, not Sonic, but. You know.
Or, sorry.
Wow!
Same thing.
Dumbass, dude.
What a fool.
I thought Badfish was the only idiot on this show.
How dare you?
How dare you?
My bad
Poor
fish.
little bad fish.
Innocent bad fish.
More like
The
sweet
worst fish. Jesus.
Wow.
Oh my god. I don't know why this is even on the show sheet. Thunderbolts, the fucking stop it. Whoever's touching that fucking button.
That's not me.
Jesus Christ. Thunderbolts, the fucking your Ollie's Express Superstore team.
Yeah.
I don't know
Somebody,
why the fuck this is a thing.
somebody put
Motherfucker
up
has
a post.
fucking space gems
It
and he has a
said- oh,
fucking
look.
machine
Zach
gun.
is on one tonight. Holy shit.
I said that in the
somebody-
beginning of the show.
Who's
Yeah,
the guy
somebody-
with
I know, but you're
the
really
gun in his face?
lying.
Who the hell is that?
That's a new character. His name's Bob.
That's supposed to be the Sentry.
Bob. Sentry?
Yes.
Yeah.
No
Yes.
way.
Yep.
Somebody put up a
Wow.
post
Yeah,
that
I think
says,
you're right.
"Oh, look, they took all the Marvel Legends that nobody bought and put them in a movie."
Right?
Which-
They took every character we didn't care about. and
Well,
put 'em
that's
together.
actually kind of why I like this as a concept, because especially with like Taskmaster, which say whatever you will about that. Like,
I'll say a lot.
yeah, I'll say a lot too, but they didn't get a whole lot of chance to shine other than like the little parts of the story they were in. Same thing with Ghost or the dad. I forgot his
Is
name.
Ghost in this movie?
Yeah, she's right there in the top right.
Oh, this might be my new favorite film. I love
Dude,
Ghost.
because she's fucking sexy as shit. And
Dude, you're not wrong.
that character, the trailer looks fucking cool. Like, I don't have any
Make another ghost.
kind of, except for say maybe Bucky, I don't really have any real great love for these characters to see them like shit on or something like we're so used to with Star Wars. So like, I feel like I could just go into this and enjoy it for what it is. But I also really am a sucker for Bucky Barnes. I've grown to really love him a lot. And the guy that plays the new Captain America, I love to hate. So I kind of really want to see where he's going because he's so shitty that I kind of like him now.
Yeah, dude.
And fucking Yelena, dude.
Amazing.
Yeah, sign me up. So I actually am pleasantly surprised by this because it's not the characters that we expect in a movie. And I think that's kind of cool because it gives them a chance to become the characters we now love. So we'll see.
I don't know how good the show will be, or I don't know how high
This is a
expectations
movie.
I have. Oh, I didn't know.
The trailer
that. I
was
thought it
pretty
a
Bro, what an
I like
idiot. I thought.
That bitch was waiting.
You son of a bitch. He was waiting. Well, I don't know. It'll be funny though. That I think I'm looking forward to because I liked Florence Pugh's humor with her dad or the David Harbour character in Black Widow. Like,
Yeah.
their comedy was funny, and I actually really liked U.S. Agent in Falcon and Winter Soldier is still one of the better Disney shows to me.
That show fucking rocked.
And he was good, man. You're right. He's like one of those characters you love to hate. So, and Bucky's cool, and the other ones are all right. They're whatever, but yeah, I won't say that I'm not gonna watch it. At least I will probably watch this. You know, there's other shit that I'm not even gonna bother with, but this one will at least be entertaining, I think.
Agreed. I think the trailer was actually really good. It took me from not being all that excited about this movie to now being like, okay, yeah, look, yeah, that looks pretty decent. I've always liked Bucky. I've always liked Yelena.
Wow.
And even Wyatt Russell's character, like, I kind of hated him at first because you're supposed to hate him. He's so in contrast to Steve Rogers' Captain America that, like,
Breaking news.
You can't.
I hate Steve Rogers.
Breaking news, boys.
I know you don't like Captain America.
Breaking news?
We're going to change gears. Death Trooper, baby.
Wow.
Wow.
Death Trooper?
Me and Lane were talking about this last night.
It looks so stupid.
Wow. Oh, you get 2 helmets, too. That's awesome. Look at that. Wow. Here, let's go full screen. I like this a lot.
Are we excited about this? I think I'd rather talk about
zombie
Thunderbolts.
helmet looks cool.
Yeah, I'd rather talk about Thunderbolts, but it's what we do on the show. We talk about the toy news. So a Death Trooper,
Hot Toys exclusive. A dead Death Trooper, if you will.
A zombie Death Trooper.
I do like it.
Death.
I do like that it's dead and zombie. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well,
and you
the
were really
standard
happy with your Iron
troopers
Man one, right?
Are
Your zombie?
waitlisted.
Oh, I love it. It's fantastic.
Would you say Badfish?
The Stormtrooper versions of these are waitlisted on Sideshow.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Did
So
they
is
ever
Enoch.
make
So
the
is
zombie
Enoch.
Death Trooper for TVC, Badfish?
Oh.
I'm pretty positive they have. I'll double
They
check.
did.
They made the 3-pack with Enoch and then the 2
They made
3
a
Night
3-pack.
Troopers.
I don't know if they've done a Death Trooper.
Damn, this looks pretty cool.
If not, it's got to be.
I really like
wanna
that
say it
zombie
is.
head. I wish that was just a whole head, like
It
without
is
the
a-
mask.
Oh.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's cool. Yeah, it's cool looking.
Where's my stranger at though?
Yeah, I don't
Zombie
hate it.
probably would give it good head. I think about it.
They're already.
Wow,
Yeah, they're
no,
like,
too
well, so much for the acolyte. I guess we'll go back to Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
How dare you?
Yeah.
You know it's true though.
Wow.
Why is there an asterisk after Thunderbolts? Because they made it a point to do that in the trailer, and then now I can't unsee it.
Probably something to do with licensing.
No, that's not it.
To add that to
License it. They fucking own it. What are you talking about?
it. You know, the Thunderbolts. Some.
Is this a new? Sorry, going back.
Marvel's Thunderbolts.
Is this a new
They have to add that
Sabine,
shit.
or is that one that we've already seen?
No, it should
We've
be
seen
the,
Sabine before. I don't know if the helmet's the same.
that should be the initial pre-order. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Let me check. Let me check.
Yeah, double check it, please.
Let's see why it would have changed.
I don't remember that shoulder pad looking like that.
Which shoulder pad? Let's see that.
Was the
That
helmet
one?
like that too?
The rubble? I mean, it should be. That's how
Yeah,
our
it looks
shoulder
about.
pads
It looks
look.
the same.
Oh, okay. Damn, it's pretty cool. Honestly, big fan. Big fan. Let's wrap this one up before Hot Toys announce anything else.
Yeah, give a quick shout out to all the homies and all the pair. Captain Fordo, Ian Seavey, Renee Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Geary, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, David Jones, Sam Giz, Joel Bretta, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Gins Figs, Billy Badfish, Joe Chut Beaks Corpus, Luke Skywalker, Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Big Ol' Fern, Cesar Marquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomonsky, Richter Gregorio, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Alan Morgan, Tukothri, Watt, Derek B, Arias Portillo, Alvin J, Mario Delgado, Arelis Delgado, Toy Cartel, Sith Scale Collector, Jared G, Alberto Cortez, Big Rib, Trevor Weed, Darren Ilderton, Matt Clevenger, Don McDonald, Stephen Pritchett, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Parent, Exodus, Abe Dunk TV, and Gigi, the Judgmental. Hell yeah. What a bunch of sweet, beautiful angels that keep the lights on. We love you.
You'll love to see it. September, October benefits. We have the Joker sticker, the Ox Joker sticker rather, and the Dark Timeline sticker. We have Patreon starting at $5 a month for the digital only, $7.50 for stickers, Certified Crispy for $15, and the What a Guy, which is doubles of all the stickers we send, and a Pog Deluxe set on your first pledge for $25 a month. YouTube channel members, we have Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Hansen, Big Ol' Fern, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, CT603, DJ Daminator, Doc Smizzle, Equan, Fat Batman, Gear Bear, Good Old Spotchka, Gotham Cenobites, Justin Sports Card, Jared Gagney, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Mike L, Money Mendez, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 1 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Fool, S Beam, Sam Giss, Scarn Lord, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Sunnyvale Russ, The Ben Thomas Show, Toy Mafia, and Exodus. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Let's see here. We have Patreon starting. If you're Patreon, you can get YouTube channel membership for 99 cents. Or if you're not, $2.99 for the Peanut Gallery. Both come with emojis, loyalty badges, and weekly member shoutouts. Both have a TeePublic, and looking at the network, Badfish, it's movie night this week, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
After Dark tomorrow at 10:30. Just another Friday on Friday, and I believe we're playing D&D this weekend as well. I guess in D&D we can pretty much finish the game at any point. We just have to decide how many side quests we want to do. Yeah, we're quickly coming into an end on that. Something a bit more serious. Let me...
And now for something to... Oh, fuck, I messed that up.
Castellanos to left field. If you know, you know. Let's see here. Where is this page at? So I know we joke around a lot. We have a lot of fun and we yell at each other. But if you do or if you don't know, Classy Thomas, sweet angel, one of the nicest people I've ever met. Regular on Pose Wars, After Dark, you name it. Let's Get Nuts. He's been pretty ill recently. I believe he had a surgery, and then after the surgery, he had COVID and pneumonia, and was put on a ventilator. I think he was now off the ventilator. But yeah, it was kind of a rough go for him. He's still recovering, and we wish him the best and send all of our love and support. And I think at least on our channel, we do facilitate kind of a more of a family brotherhood amongst us, and there's been times where things have happened to one of us and we all kind of band together, and I think we're doing that with Thomas here. So if you are in our Facebook group, Collectibles Auxiliary, there's a post there, pin post, and we started a collection fund, not for collectibles, but a collection fund of money that we're going to send to Thomas for, medical bills, medicine, anything he needs, basically. We've had very generous donations from dozens of collectors already. We also have in the group as well, if you just want to send Thomas a nice message, we're working on a digital, I guess like a get well soon card that anyone can sign. There's no need to donate to do that. And yeah, it's I think it's going really well. We got a lot of people that have signed it so far. But if you want to participate in either making a donation or just wishing Thomas some well wishes in the card, I think the card's going to go out probably this weekend. Definitely do so. I think, like I said, he's been a cornerstone of our channel and of many others for a long time. And, wish him all the best and hoping that he'll get well soon and be able to join us again on the different programs that we do. You guys are just having a blast down there. Not even could look somber for like 3 minutes. Anyone else want to say anything?
He ain't
He's not
okay,
dead. He's
but, like,
not dead,
Jesus.
but I mean, I'm trying to have this.
He's on the mend. You know?
I'm trying to have this. Well, first off, Ben. Okay, God forbid something happens to you. When I'm talking about, it, I'm just gonna be giggling the whole time.
You'd probably laugh. You'd probably laugh. I don't even.
I would not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to have this
I'd
conversation. You guys are goofing
I'd be
around
laughing.
in the
Eddie
background.
would definitely laugh.
Anyways, anyone else have anything they want to say before these goofballs can continue goofing around?
I love Thomas. He called me the other day while I was at the gym, and he told me he got the COVID and the pneumonia, and that he was back. He was off the ventilator, and he literally just wanted to tell me that he wasn't going to be able to make it to Let's Get Nuts, and he didn't want to let me down. And it broke my fucking heart because I was like, dude, you will never let me down. You always show up. We just do Let's Get Nuts for fun. You got to take care of yourself, get better. And like, you can text me next time if it's this hard to breathe. But like, he sounded like shit, but he's also a positive dude. And I know he's strong enough. He'll get through it. And I told him, you can't get nuts if you can't breathe. So definitely, we love you, buddy.
Stop giggling, Zach.
Hope you're back soon.
Yeah, Zach, what the fuck? You're over here.
I saw what you guys are
Why
laughing
are you
at.
so insensitive?
I apologize.
You should have.
A man can only admit when he goes wrong.
You should have messed with him a little bit and been like, "You sure you can't make it? You know,
Yeah.
you don't need to give that many takes."
Eddie won't respond to my text messages. I'm really solo here, buddy.
Also, that's a classic. That's a classic Ben move right there. This man's ill, trying to survive, and Ben's like, "We have to get you better so you can get nuts." And then you put that on the "Get Well Soon" card. I'm like, "Fuck, Ben, forget the branding for 2 seconds." This man's fighting for his life. And
Classy
you're
Thomas would
plug in the
appreciate
Get
it. I
Nuts.
know, Classy.
I think you put a link on the card too.
I know.
Like,
He said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Always be branding.
I'll never forget that. You did a video. I don't remember who died. It was a celebrity. At the end, you put the "Let's Get Nuts" logo. I was like, Jesus Christ, man!
Really? I don't remember that.
Who was it?
Wasn't it Batman or Harley Quinn?
Wait, what?
Maybe.
The voice actor.
The voice. Yeah.
For Batman.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it was.
You gotta
I'm like,
brand
fuck,
the
dude. If
channel,
I
boys.
die, Ben's gonna bring
R.I.P.
a tribute
Jumbo.
to me.
Collecting Weekly takeover on Let's Get
Zach,
Nuts.
guys, if you love Zach and you remember him, subscribe to my Patreon.
Let's Get Nuts membership. Become a member today.
You know, 5 years you become a Zach
Honor
Nut
Zach's
and the
memory.
membership badges.
Wow, I want a Zach Nut, top tier. Anyways, yeah, so
Shout out
definitely,
Thomas.
definitely. Chat's funny. If you want to wish him well wishes, join our Facebook group, and yeah, you can.
Now I'm going to
Send you
ask
one.
Classy when he reads that card if he was offended that I asked him to get nuts still in the card, or if he appreciated
Poor
it.
Ben.
I'm
Thomas is an
gonna
angel.
find
He would
out.
never be offended.
Go like,
Classy
sir,
Thomas.
get back in their bed. What are you doing? He's like, I'm getting nuts.
I'm getting nuts.
Classy
I
Thomas,
love
also
that
known
name.
as SpongeBall's square
SpongeBob Square Balls.
whatever. For those that don't know that, he's kind of changed his call sign, if you will.
SpongeBob SquareBall.
Yes, true. I remember when I first heard that name, I thought, man, who is this guy? And it's just such an interesting name. But yeah, what a great character. I was watching actually some of the streams that he was on with you on Let's Get Nuts, Ben, because I stopped watching because I didn't want to watch the one.
I thought I went down by a view.
Because I just didn't want to watch.
Deadpool Wolverine. No, the Deadpool Wolverine.
I continue
stuff.
because I continue to live my life.
But he's on some of those episodes, and it's like, man, I miss his voice. He's always he's got something to say, something funny to say. So something unexpected. He always comes out of left field with something. So
The one
hope it feels
episode
better.
the one episode, Badfish, he sent us a picture in the chat of him in his Frankenfurter outfit from back in the day from Rocky
Oh
Horror
yeah,
Picture Show.
yeah.
And the man had some legs in that
Halloween,
outfit, I
yeah.
will say. Yeah, you get to see it.
The Halloween episode, and then then the fart on After Dark.
Bro, that might have been his most recent stream with us.
Legendary. So
This sounds like a
That's what I
fucking
said,
eulogy.
Charlie.
Yeah, he's not
I was
dead.
thinking
hope
that
he feels
too.
better. Hope he
I was
feels
thinking
better.
that.
You got to give him his flowers, though. You know?
Make him laugh when he sees this eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he could answer my messages too. Yeah, fucking send messages too, but you know,
Jeez.
he's not that sick. He calling Ben. He can't even answer my message. Just kidding.
He was pretty sick.
Did he call you about After Dark?
Pretty scared.
No,
He
he
didn't-
was
he
like,
hasn't
I'll let
messaged-
Zach down.
He hasn't messaged me back though, Zach, since I texted him. So.
Holy shit.
No, I'm no.
It's not
Yeah,
all about
'cause-
Zach, guys. Don't worry.
No, I did need to confirm some details for the collection fund, but yeah, he's still amongst the living. Yeah, collecting weekly with special guest Ben Thomas. A special nut Ben Thomas. Anyways,
Been angling to get canceled for a while.
Yeah,
Angling.
we wish him a speedy recovery, and we love him. And maybe when he comes back, have him on the main show. It'd be fun.
I'm a nut.
Wow.
Oh my god. So
Any shout outs that we want to give to anybody in particular?
I hope Marco's doing well out in the world. I haven't seen him in a
Yeah,
while.
we miss Marco.
He just kinda
Marco's right
disappeared.
there. Dude.
Marco, good to see you, pal.
It's gonna be my reaction when he fucking finally comes back. He's been on more flights than CW episodes this past month.
Oh my
Yeah, Marco's
God,
busy,
actually
dude.
true.
He's a
guy.
jet setter, dude.
I'm honestly so relieved that he hasn't been here. Like I couldn't take
Why?
I couldn't take his takes anymore. Like honestly, he's the reason I left LWO. To be honest,
Wow.
he's a really shitty dude.
You're such
Honestly,
a
like I pray for Gigi every day of my life.
You're so mean.
Pray for
Marco's a
Jesus.
sweetheart.
Hopefully take him out.
People are gonna believe that, dude.
Tiptoeing motherfucker.
I saw a dude walking like that the other day and it made me think of Marco. The craziest thing I've ever seen.
That
Poor Marco. We love him.
poor guy.
I thought his name was Marcos.
Anyways, I think we've touched them all. Eddie's dying over there.
Guy has
Marco's
more
not even
jokers.
here and he's being abused.
He has more Heath other jokers than he's been on CW this month.
Wow.
He couldn't
Oh,
pose to be
boy.
here.
Anyways,
love you,
wish
Marco.
Thomas well wishes.
Sorry.
Join our Facebook group. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah. Anyways, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Ben.
I'm Eddie.
Badfish.
I'm not Marco.
We love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.